So while we're waiting for this to download, those of you who have your presentations, please send them to me via email. I'm still figuring out if I can connect your laptop to HDMI here. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't work. They claim they have it, but I don't see it working. No. So we can try. But please send us whatever files. I mean, what do you have, like 200 files to send? Do the best you can. We'll try to connect it.
Good afternoon, everyone. So we are from Vignan Institute of Engineering from Women. So our project is about fault diagnosis on healthy and faulty motors.
Use the mic, please.
So our project is about the fault diagnosis of a motor by using based on IoT. So, firstly, why do we need to protect the motor? So, we are using a very small motors in our laboratories. That's fine. If we get a fault, it's fine to repair or something. But if we get a fault in big companies, like for example, let us consider turbo generator. It costs about 300. It's about like 30 lakhs or 40 lakhs. So we can't afford that much amount for repairing the or diagnosing the fault after getting it. So and the machine also gets stopped while getting the fault. So the production of the company is also will be stopped. So there is lots of there is a lot of problems where if we get a fault in a motor. So if we our project is to diagnose a fault before getting it. So how we are diagnosing the fault before occurring is based on the temperature and vibration. So we are doing a continuous monitoring of on a motor by using IoT. So we have used a Blink IoT app to monitor to control a motor, and in that we can control a motor and we know the parameters like current, power, temperature, humidity in it. So if as if we are continuously monitoring the motor. So if we have a abnormal temperature, so for suppose we have taken a prototype. This is of 40 degrees Celsius. It is its rated temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. If we have seen abnormal temperature, it's reaching to 40 degrees and more than 40 degrees, will automatically off by our mobile phones. So this will prevent the motor by getting before getting a fault. So we can and another one is by vibrations. If motor is running in its rated speed, it will have a certain vibration. If it is getting a fault, so automatically the foundation will be have another means more vibration in it. So by monitoring the vibration and continuous monitoring of temperature, we can monitor the faults before it's occurring. So we have as of our mentor is a publisher in IEEE. So he has referred us some of the papers. So we have referred these papers. So these are the methodologies and findings and faults we have observed in those papers. And they have used IoT and cloud computing in one paper, and embedded systems and parametric analysis by numerical calculations of stator windings. So they have done those, but as of our project, it is a mini project. So we have used a Blink IoT app for doing this, and this was the project we have collaborated with our seniors, and we have done it. As we are of third years, we are not allowed to do these projects. So we have collaborated with our seniors, and we have done this project. And we have used different types of sensors. Those are humidity sensor, current sensor, and voltage sensor for monitoring the parameters of it. And we have also used two 4-channel relay for it, for taking the because the 4-channel relay will take the input of 5 volts and give the 240 volt input to the motor. So this whole project will help us to find the faults before it's occurring. So it will be so now, as of now, we are working in our laboratories to implement this the same project in our lab. So our college also have given the permission to work on it, and this will be more useful for preventing the environment too. Why? Because if we are using to design a motor, we are using iron, copper, and everything. We are taking it from the ores of the we are taking it from ores and mines. So it is environmental degradation. So if we are protecting and we are giving the long life to the motor, we can easily prevent the environment too. So this is our idea to this is our idea to find out the faults before occurring. So if you give permission, we'll show the working of it. Yes, sir. No, sir. We'll go there because we want to mention.
Oh, you want a box?
Yes, sir. We'll take the. It's fine.
Okay. If there is one power here.
But I have to take this.
Yeah, take it up.
Should I focus now?
So this is the Blink IoT app we have used, and we have this differentiated the parameters and temperature and humidity. So here we can on the motor by mobile. The motor is running, and we have also designed that the motor can be controlled its speeds. Like now it is working on its rated speed. If you want to decrease the speed, we can easily decrease the speed. So whenever the temperature is in abnormal condition, it will automatically control it by our phone. So there is no if a person is not available there, he can automatically control it by his phone. Then the fault will not occur in it. So as a seniors project is of only monitoring, but we are implementing the real time in our laboratory using vibration sensor and temperature monitoring. We are doing the real time project in our lab, and you can observe the temperature and humidity of the motor here. And here are the parameters like voltage, current, and power. Taking the faulty motor it's in the same position and it is running it. So we can
Oh.
differentiate.
It is working. It's working. No.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we are controlling it in a Blink IoT app. That is here is the on and off button. This will switch on the motor, and we can control the speed of it. As it is of running now in a rated speed, we can control the speed by decreasing here. And here here you can see the humidity and the temperature in it, and you can also measure the voltage and current and power in it. So by monitoring these parameters, we can easily find out the faults. If any abnormal condition is observed in a motor, we can easily find the fault in it. So if a person is not available there, he can easily operate it by his mobile, and he can turn off the motor when an abnormal condition is occurred. So this will prevent the motor and the whole machine to not to get damaged. So this is a project, sir. Thank you.
So it doesn't cut off automatically
Sir?
if the limit is exceeded. Suppose it becomes 42 degrees.
Yes, sir.
Does it
It
switch
will
off the motor?
intimate, sir.
It will only intimate.
Yes, sir. Actually, we are working on it, sir. I told you, no, sir. We are working it on a real-time motor. So we are working it there that we are automatically off. Automatically off. Yes.
Can you, one question, I'm sorry beyond this thing. Can you put 2 or 3, see I have to have a process. Usually in the industry you cannot just switch it off.
Yes, sir.
Because if the process is
Yes,
running, you just cannot shut it down. Can I put 2 or 3 motors in parallel and then run it and then switch it between them? Can I balance the load and then if one is getting overheated and then move the load to the other two?
Yes, sir. We can do that's also a good idea. We can do that also. We can keep those motors, but it is cost effective, no, sir.
No. See, I need power of 2, but I can have because criticality. If I shut it down again to bring the process back up, the cost that I lose, the loss of production is much higher than the cost of having one more additional motor. Let's say the capacity required is for that of 2. I have one more in line, which is running parallel, but the load is low on all the 3 and it's running parallel. But one gets overheated, then can I
Yes, sir.
intelligently? I think you should do that. Intelligently shift it to the other one.
Yes.
Sometimes usually there are 2 motors, there's a backup and there's a stick.
Yes.
They don't use, for very
One.
critical processes, they'll not depend only on one, especially something like motors. So you should be able to, first is load balance and 2 is, if one is going faulty, shift all the load onto this thing without stopping the process.
Yes, sir. Actually, we can do that also by keeping the by monitoring 2 motors. We can we'll keep the monitoring system for both the motors as parallel to one motor is running, and we'll see the
No,
abnormal
not one
condition.
is running, both of them will be running and will be taking less load each.
Okay, parallelly the
Parallelly
load
they'll be
is
running.
yes,
So,
right,
but
I
one is if you
understand.
find it's going faulty,
Then the entire
the
load will be
complete load goes
switched
to
to
the next
other
one. So,
motor.
but the
Yes.
process is not stopped.
Yes, sir.
The supply is still, the rated supply is still the same.
Yes, sir.
One more addition to this is that in actual practice, let's say operating conditions, we in the Navy at least, we have a standby system. If one motor is running, the other motor is ready to start. In case you have a problem of overheating or whatever, there should be a possibility of requires officer attending this problem and should be done.
Yes.
So that is the cost effectiveness.
Yes, sir. It's already in existing thing, but we want to increase the life of an individual motor. If we increase the life of the motor, means we can obviously it's a
But my question is, suppose the temperature rises
fault has solved.
You have to identify the fault, rectify, and then get it back online.
Yes, sir. This is the project to know the fault before it's occurring, so that the motor will not get damaged. So before, as we are knowing it before, we can rectify it. So this is our idea.
Is this first time you are making this?
Actually, sir, this is a project we have got an idea. We are also a member in a innovation club in our college. So we have two ideas. One is this one, and one is e-waste and plastic waste. So we have already presented that e-waste and plastic waste in other. So we want to experiment this in our college, some other event. So we have collaborated with our head of innovation club. He is a publisher in IEEE paper, and he is also mentor of this project. So we have consulted him, and we have asked, we have told our idea. He was agreed about that, and he is his PhD project is also related to it. So he has supported us, and he has mentored to our seniors. So he implemented that idea with them and us. So this is the prototype we have done with our seniors.
This is an ongoing project.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So now we are doing it on our laboratory in real motor. We are implementing it. So our college has also given the permission to do it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and is there any, see, if I want to see the performance over a period of time, are you capturing and storing the data and giving the
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
timeline?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are storing it.
You're giving graphical this thing with the
Yes, sir. We
lower
have,
upper specification limits to do some level of SPC,
Yes, sir.
statistical process control, to see where you are, how close are
yes,
you
sir.
to the
This
mean.
this complete project is of a complete monitoring the motor and the vibrations occurring in it. So we are storing the whole data in it, so we can
No,
easily.
no, are you giving any graphical representation over a period of time? If I say last 1 month, can you tell me where it went? See how many times it went beyond, rated these things, you'll define your upper lower specification
Yes,
limits,
sir.
right? And what is your ideal mistake? And beyond that, if the deviation is beyond a specific limit, you'll have to flag those things and how many instances of those things happen. You might have not shut down, but if it is reaching near that area also, you have to flag it up.
Yes, sir.
So those things, I think you'll have to start adding to this.
Yes,
to
sir.
make it
Yes,
something.
surely we'll add it, sir. It's a good idea. We'll definitely add it. As if we are working on our real time, we'll add it, sir.
About 24,000 motors, stage 1 of sample. About 24,000 motors of assorted sizes, shapes, voltages. So they basically made it like this. LT motors, LT induction motors. LT about 24,000 in the first stage, now it must be about 35,000. So they made it like this, up to about 200 kilowatts. It is LT, 440 volts it is. Up to about 2.5 megawatts, it is about 6.6 kV. And beyond that is 11 kV. So they have got quite a few 11 kV, 11 megawatt motors. And always, invariably, the 11 megawatt range motors, they will be synchronous motors. So that you can concurrently improve the power factor. Now tell me, in a scenario where about 24,000 to 30,000 motors are there, which are supporting a process which cannot be interrupted without, abruptly. It can be planned shutdown only. In a situation like that, your model and all that very good. Will there be possible to get an architecture which will cover all these things? Number two. Vishal Khandel's implant doesn't have a system like this. It's in fact very difficult to put it also in place. But then, well, very important. And second thing is I went through your past analysis. It's not very encouraging. I went through the paper. So 11 megawatt motor is to be protected. And in fact, last year they saved about 12 motors by just taking the signature analysis. If there is an abnormality in the motor, there is no point in getting to know that there is an abnormality. You should look at the cause of the abnormality. If suppose the motor is supposed to have 3 phases, one of the phases has gone front, then a negative sequence current will flow. Suppose there is already incipient fault coming up in the windings, a zero sequence will come there. So if you do signature analysis on the line side, you automatically get to know. What you have shown here is something like Alexa. Stop the refrigerator, Alexa, switch on the lights. That sort of arrangement this is. But in a scenario where you have got about 24,000, 30,000 motors, certain types, say shapes, ratings, voltages, how difficult or how easy would it be to get an architecture to get all these things?
Sir, actually, what you have said is a correct point because sir, we have taken a small motor and our cost is it's about completely all the sensors and basic module. Complete the cost of these all the project is about 7,000. We are as I told you, the turbo generators, for example, there are the costliest motors.
Turbo generators.
Yes, sir. So we are.
They are protected. They are protected enough. Turbo generators, they will not depend on this.
Yes,
They are
sir.
protected enough.
So
And
we are.
also, just a minute, this temperature thresholds you are talking about. Temperature threshold in a motor would be decided by the type of winding insulation that it is, by AE, So now, already important, process important motors, even though they are low rating motors, their star point is already made by a thermistor. And thermistor setting will be kept a wee bit less than the safe temperature of the insulation. So any time when the temperature of the winding touches that threshold, the thermistor opens out and the star point opens out. There is no current flow into that. Because there is no point in knowing that the temperature has gone up and the motor is already gone up. So it's already covered. In the import critical, process critical motors, they are all protected like that. Healthy motors, not chota motors, small ones.
So as you have told that the architecture, the budget is more. So we are all investing means more amount we are investing in it. So for that, to prevent that, we have to invest somewhat amount for protecting them also. So as we have given the budget is that not that much amount as
It has not been brought out in this.
yes sir.
Only one calculation here and there. There the cost is over there.
Yes sir. We have
But your presentation is very good. Your efforts.
and we can design it in a simple way by connecting the similar motors to a means we have a similar motors like having same specifications. So we have connected them to a single sensor and a single Wi-Fi module. We can we'll give the numbers like individual motors. Suppose we have connected 10 motors and we'll give the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll monitoring those in a same monitor. So if we have seen as abnormal condition in motor 1, we'll directly go to the motor 1 and we'll check it. So we can have an architecture.
There are done things. There are done things.
Sir, actually continuous monitoring is not yet implemented. Sir.
We are all PLC-based system.
You said vibration monitoring also.
Yes, sir. Yes. No, sir. We have. I told you, no, sir. We are implementing the vibration because it is a prototype, no, sir. We can't give the foundation to it, so we can't monitor the vibration in prototype. So if we are, as we are working in a laboratory, we can have the foundation there. There we can sense the vibration. So we are using the vibration sensor there.
Again, one more thing, because most of the things like servers, PLC-based control systems are already there to monitor that stuff. That's one thing. Only thing that's maybe a difference which is put in the vibration sensor. Is also don't know it in catch the vibration of other equipment around. But you do not see the real production shop floor. There will be multiple of that stuff. You do not know what is the vibration that's coming in your sensor because of the near field or far field. So it's better to put it on the motor itself rather than on the it's a foundation.
Sure, sir.
Just you have to experiment there.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. We'll take all these ideas and we'll implement it. Thank you, sir.
Why did you connect GVV?
actually humidity and temperature both are in same sensors. So we have connected both the sensors.
What type of motor is this?
So induction, single phase induction motor, single phase induction.
Single phase. That's okay. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So remove the server. So the third theme, an FPGA based monitoring system for e-waste detection. Did you already send me an email or?
What is it? Healthy?
Sit here.
All diagnoses of healthy motors? Okay, check it.
All diagnosis of healthy motors.
What for diagnosis? Healthy motors में क्या फर्क है?
I am Prasanna. We are from SRK Engineering College and our project is on an FPGA based monitoring system for e-waste detection. So first of all, I'm going to go through a brief introduction about this project. So in today's fast growing world, everyone has a mobile phone and each one having their own PCs. So there is no problem. But as technology goes advanced, people often discard their old ones and gone through their new ones. So what the problem is gone through this is actually it creates a massive pile of e-waste, that means electronic waste. electronic waste. So this e-waste contains chemicals and metals. This can lead to a problem to the environment if it is not properly disposed. So ignoring this problem can lead to the major impact on environment. To tackle these challenges, we need a smart solution. So one of the solution is to use the technology by detecting the that waste from the pictures which we are capturing during the real-time processing, and these images are further processed using FPGA kit. So we implementing just an idea. We are not done at anything. We are doing a first step in this project. So our main aim is to detect the e-waste from given picture and to give the awareness about the people to know more about the e-waste. And during this project, we are perform some of the survey to know what are the challenges we have to perform, and this will tell by one of my project member, Manu.
Good morning. So I conducted literature review on e-waste management, and initially in 1968 it was said that it should be the user's responsibility and also the producer's responsibility to tackle with this situation. Initially in that stage, nearly around 2007 and 8, there's a place in China where e-waste was a lot and there were many health hazards happening in that place. So in that time it was not known what was the reason why this was happening. Later in 2010, smartphones have evolved massively over the years, and it became very necessary so that to tackle with the situation. Later on, there were producer rights that the producer has to perform, has to tackle with the situation. But lack of awareness was the main problem that this situation is still prevailing till today. And till 2018, though there were many problems that arise and many tackled, still yet there is more efficient problems that need to be taken care of and identified. The major three problems that were identified were that these electronic waste was in dumping sites and no data was available about it, and there was no proper disposal of it. And also lack of technology was one of the important aspect of this, and also people and also the producers who were doing this had lack of the safety and health awareness about this. About the implementation, my teammate Prem will continue.
Sir, as today's world is as a rapid growth in technology, as we are using in more types of electronic devices, that means we are creating a lot of e-wasting problems. That is, everyone among us are using a lot of electronic devices in our daily life. As of Tapat deals with in a different of electronic waste management, which has a FPGA and VLSI technologies. The FPGA is field programmed gate array, which has to be configured and programmed after manufacturing also, and that FPGA will has the array of programmable logics, which helps to implement our complexity problems, that helps to manage our e-waste. And realize due to its high performance and flexibility, the FPGA will help us to manage the e-waste in a different way. And VLSI technologies techniques are very useful in e-waste management. The VLSI techniques are used for processing and creating electronic devices by combining a lot of millions of transistors on a single chip. As of now, in my paper, the first we have to take the picture of the e-waste. For that, we use the CCD or CMOS sensors helps in capture in that sensors of cameras, which helps to take the pictures. From the pictures, we use the analog to digital converters, which makes that the analog signals like temperature values and light and data is converted into digital format, and that digital format is given to the main concept is in our project is CCNN algorithm, which helps to detect and classify the e-waste, which helps to classify that e-waste is belong to smartphones or lab pieces, that helps to easily recycle and we use in that department the like smartphones or e-pieces, etc. And see that CCD or CMOS sensors is charge coupled or complementary metal oxide sensors used for capturing the e-waste, which is at dumping sites. That photo is given to the CNN algorithm, which is we implement in software tool like Vivado. That tool is given that pixels is first we have to get that input image from CCD or sensor, and feature extraction will done in CNN algorithm. Feature extraction that it extracts the features like shapes, corners, and some basic types of basic natures of their electronic devices, and learns to that extraction and classifies which type of waste it is, and tells to that our system. And then there is a buzzer which, when it detects the type, it detects the e-waste, the buzzer will on, and GPS also is on, which at which side the electronic waste is detected. We all know that curve, and we can go to there and we can classify that e-waste, which type of e-waste is this, and we can easily sort and recycle that e-waste. And impact on environment.
ఇంపాక్ట్ ఆన్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ మనందరికీ తెలుసు ప్లాస్టిక్ ఈ వేస్ట్ వల్ల ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్కి ఎలా జరుగుతుందంటే ఫస్ట్ హజార్డస్ కాంపోనెంట్స్. ఫస్ట్ ఈ వేస్ట్ని నార్మల్గా పడేసి అది ఒక పర్పస్గా డిస్పోజ్ చేయకుండా పడేసామనుకో మెక్యూరీ లెడ్, క్యాడ్మేనియం ఇటువంటి కాంపోనెంట్స్ అనేవి రిలీజ్ డైరెక్ట్గా ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్కి రిలీజ్ అయితే మన ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ అనేది కొంచెం ప్రాపర్గా మెయింటైన్ అవ్వదు, అండ్ హెల్త్ రిస్క్స్ అనేవి జరుగుతూ ఉంటాయి. ఇది పొల్యూషన్ అనగానే ఇది సాయిల్, వాటర్ అండ్ ఎయిర్ పొల్యూషన్ అనేవి కరెక్ట్గా డిస్పోజల్ చేయకపోతే జరుగుతాయి. అండ్ రీసైక్లింగ్ ప్రాసెస్ అనేది ఈ వేస్ట్ని కరెక్ట్గా తీసుకొని సర్టన్ మెథడ్స్ యూజ్ చేసి చేయాలి, లేదంటే ఇట్ కాజెస్ సమ్ health issues to those who are exposed to that chemicals. And safety protocols ఫస్ట్ ఈ FPGA కిట్ని ప్రిపేర్ చేసిన తర్వాత తను ఆపరేట్ చేయడానికి సర్టన్ పీపుల్స్ ఉండాలి, అంటే తను ఆపరేట్ చేయడం రావాలి. తర్వాత ఈ FPGA కిట్ అనేది ఒక ప్రాపర్గా అదే ఏ కండిషన్, వెదర్ కండిషన్లో అయినా వర్క్ అయ్యేలాగా ఉండాలి. అండ్ ఈ బెనిఫిట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఈ వేస్ట్, రిసోర్స్ కన్వర్స్. ఇప్పుడు రీసైకిల్ చేయలేదు అనుకోండి, మనకు కొత్తగా ఒక ఎక్విప్మెంట్ కావాలంటే మళ్ళీ దానికి మైనింగ్ చేసి మళ్ళీ ప్రోడక్ట్ అంతటిని తీసుకొని రావాలంటే చాలా ఎక్విప్మెంట్ కాస్ట్ అనేది అవుతుంది. అదే రీసైకిల్ చేస్తే ఆ ఎక్విప్మెంట్ని మళ్ళీ యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు. అండ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంటల్ ప్రొడక్షన్, ఇలా మైనింగ్ చేస్తున్న వల్ల సమ్ గ్యాసెస్ అనేవి ఎయిర్లోకి రిలీజ్ అవుతాయి. దాన్ని బట్టి మళ్ళీ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్లో మళ్ళీ పొల్యూట్ చేసేలా అవుతాం. మళ్ళీ ఎనర్జీ సేవింగ్, ఇలా మళ్ళీ రీసైకిల్ చేయడం వల్ల మళ్ళీ ఆ ప్రోడక్ట్ని మళ్ళీ రీప్రొడ్యూస్ చేయకుండా ఉన్న ప్రోడక్ట్నే మళ్ళీ యూజ్ చేసేలాగా కొన్ని మోడిఫికేషన్స్ చేసి డేటా సెక్యూరిటీ,
Now I conclude that from this project, by using these image processing algorithms, we can easily detect where the e-waste will be occurred at given particular image. So here we using Verilog in the tool of Vivado, which can implement it on the FPGA kit, which can be used for. Why we are going FPGA is to reduce the time complexity and the time run. By running this project, we can, without Vivado, we can take it will take so much time, but when we are implementing this in a Verilog, we can perform this in a very less time, less amount of time, so that we can go. This project will be done in by using Python also, but why we are going through Verilog is the time complexity and the runtime. Thank you.
See, you don't require a monitor or a sensor to know that there is electronic waste in a dump. Because I have an alternative, I understand. Hello? ఇప్పుడు చిన్న పిల్లాడిని అడిగినా చెప్తాడు ప్రతి డంప్ ట్రక్లోనూ డిశ్చార్జ్ సెల్స్ లేకపోతే బ్లోన్ ఎల్ఈడి బల్బ్స్ ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయని దానికి వేరే మానిటర్ అక్కర్లేదు. సపోజ్ ఒక మానిటర్ పెట్టుకుని ఈ డంప్ హీప్లో కానీ ఈ డంప్ ట్రక్లో కానీ ఇది ఉంది అని తెలిసిన తర్వాత ఉపయోగం ఏమిటి? ఇజంట్ ఇట్? దీనికన్నా బెటర్ మెథడ్ నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను. సపోజ్ హిందుస్థాన్ ఇండియాలో ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే మీరు పాత సెల్స్ అనే నాకు ఇచ్చేస్తే నేను మీకు కొత్త సెల్స్ మీద రూపాయలు తగ్గిస్తానంటే ఎప్పుడు బయటపడాడంటే నేను పట్టుకొని జాగ్రత్తగా ఇచ్చేస్తాను. గివ్ బ్యాక్ ద ఎల్ఈడి ఆల్సో ఒక మాట కాలిపోయిన తర్వాత దాన్ని ఓపెన్ చేస్తారు క్యాంప్, దాన్ని ఏమో షార్ట్ సర్క్యూట్ బైపాస్ దట్ అవన్నీ చేస్తారు. అవన్నీ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఇంకా దాంట్లో ఏం సారం మిగలకపోతే వెన్ యూఆర్ బయింగ్ అనదర్ బల్బ్ యూ గివ్ బ్యాక్ ద ఓల్డ్ బల్బ్. అలా అంటే నాట్ ఏ సింగిల్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ ఆర్ ఈ-వేస్ట్ విల్ గెట్ టు ద డంప్. జాగ్రత్త డంప్లో పడిపోయింది కూడా కలెక్ట్ చేసి పట్టుకొస్తారు. ఎందుకంటే ఇది ఇస్తే కొత్త దాని రేట్ తగ్గుతాను. ఇన్ ఓల్డెన్ డేస్ and even now also car batteries, when you replace the old battery, if that is made mandatory, that will be more effective to capture all the waste. దీంట్లో ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇట్స్ ఎ బ్యూటిఫుల్ ఐడియా. ఎఫర్ట్ ఈస్ లాడబుల్, వెరీ గుడ్ ఎఫర్ట్స్. యూ షో గ్రేట్ కన్సర్న్ టు ద ప్రొటెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్. ఇన్పుట్స్ ఆర్ ఎక్స్ట్రీమ్లీ గుడ్, బట్ ఐఎమ్ సజెస్టింగ్ అన్ ఆల్టర్నేటివ్. ఈ సిస్టంలో ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ ఐ కమ్ టు నో దట్ దేర్ ఇస్ ఏ lot of electronic waste lying somewhere mixed with a big heap of say 3 tons of dump heap, what would I do? ఇది లిమిటేషన్. అంతకన్నా బెస్ట్ సిస్టమ్ ఏంటంటే దీన్ని ఇంత లేకుండా మీరు పాత ఇచ్చేయండి, కొత్త దాని రేటు తగ్గిస్తాం.
రీసైక్లింగ్ పర్సంటేజ్ అనేది చాలా తక్కువగా ఉంది సార్. రీసైక్లింగ్ చేయలేదు కాబట్టి we are going through this.
It is mandatory that if the person gives back the old one, reduce the price of the new. That is a better, more durable system. ఈ సిస్టమ్ ఏంటంటే even if I come to know that in this heap there are some electronic waste mixed up or lying down here, what would I do with it? Isn't it? You require a lot of, because you have not touched upon that. You only detection part only. You talked about the issues of with the environment and all those things. You talked about how to detect, but you have not talked about how to pick it up.
First of all, people don't have that much of awareness regarding this.
So,
Yes. After particular survey, మేము అలా అనుకున్నాం సార్, అవేర్నెస్ లేదు కాబట్టి. సో రీసైక్లింగ్ చేద్దామన్నా వాళ్ళకి అవేర్నెస్ ఉండదు, అంటే రీసైక్లింగ్ చేయడానికి కూడా అంత ఎక్కువగా లేదు కాబట్టి మేము డైరెక్ట్ మున్సిపాలిటీ వాళ్ళు ఉంటారు కాబట్టి వాళ్ళకి సెండ్ చేసి రీసైక్లింగ్ చేద్దామని ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ కంప్లీట్.
అలా రీసైకిల్ చేయడం వల్ల ఈ ఇండియాలో అంటే ప్రతి 1 మిలియన్ ఫోన్స్ మనం రీసైకిల్ చేసేటప్పుడు 35 pounds ఆఫ్ కాపర్ అనేది ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ అవుతుంది సార్. అంటే దట్ అండ్ గోల్డ్, సిల్వర్, ప్లాటినం.
నేను చెప్తుంది ఏంటంటే అది అట్మాస్ఫియర్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయి క్యాడ్మియం వాట్ ఎవర్ థింగ్స్ యూ సెడ్, అది అట్మాస్ఫియర్ పొల్యూట్ చేయకుండా మనం దాన్ని క్యాప్చర్ చేస్తే చేయడానికి మార్గాలు ఏంటంటే మీరు చెప్పిన మార్గం ఏంటంటే డిటెక్ట్ After that, open-ended. Instead of that, would it not be better to get a legislation that, or whatever, if the shopkeeper is told, it's mandatory on his part, when he sells one LED lamp, he is to get back one old LED lamp. If it is a first time buy, it's different. ఇలాంటివి పెడితే అప్పుడు ఎవడవుతుంది తెలిసిన నేను రోడ్డు మీద వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు సపోజ్ ఐ ఫైండ్ ఏ ఫ్యూజ్డ్ LED lamp. If it is not mine, I'll collect it because next time when I go to buy new one, this would fetch me some.
So whatever the shopkeeper also.
That is this sort of money awareness is very rampant. This awareness may not be there. Anyway, it's a good presentation.
Where have you used it? Have you tried it anywhere? It's only a paper concept.
పేపర్ కాన్సెప్ట్ సార్ అండ్ మేము అది డిటెక్ట్ చేయడానికి ఒక అల్గోరిథం డెవలప్ చేసాం సార్ వెరిలాగ్లో అండ్ వీఆర్ నాట్ టేకింగ్ ది ఎగ్జాక్ట్ పిక్చర్ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ డివైసెస్.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. What you're saying is in a dump, in a heap of waste, you will use a camera to identify if there is any electronic waste. From the image algorithm, it will tell you whether it is a old phone, mobile phone or something else. From whatever you feel programming, it will tell you, okay, these are the components which are there. How do you turn over the? How do you sift through that dump? Because each dump is going to be so huge.
Yeah, it's a heap and it is somewhere inside it's hidden based on this thing.
You are only seeing externally.
You see only the top
Or
of the heap.
it is not flowing, it is not a process where it is going progressively and then there are cameras to
It's
capture.
not X-ray visuals.
సార్ ఫస్ట్ ఐ మీన్ ఎక్స్టర్నల్గా ఉన్నది డిటెక్ట్ చేస్తాం సార్ అండ్ వీఆర్ సెండ్ ఇట్ టు ది మున్సిపాలిటీ సార్. సో వాళ్ళు వచ్చి దాన్ని రీసైక్లింగ్ చేయడం రిమూవ్ చేయడం జరుగుద్ది. మళ్ళీ అక్కడ ఈ వేస్ట్ అనేది ఉంటే
External detection is a heap, depending on the volume. 1% or 2%. 98% will not be detection which is inside.
చేసిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ డిటెక్ట్ చేస్తే
మళ్ళీ ఎలా చేస్తాం? You have taken one. Externally, you have identified everything. What is there inside the heap? How do you sift through it?
External లో ఏం లేదు లోపల ఉందంటే ఎలా డిటెక్ట్ చేస్తారో అంటున్నారు.
బయట ఉన్నది మనం చూడొచ్చు కదా, మనకు కనపడుతుంది కదా దానికి.
యాక్చువల్లీ మేము ఒక ఐడియా కూడా అనుకున్నాం సార్, దీనికి రేడియేషన్ అనేది రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది కదా సార్. ఒకవేళ అది ఎక్స్టర్నల్ గా లేకపోయినా రేడియేషన్ ఎప్పుడైతే రిలీజ్ అవుతుందో దాన్ని డిటెక్ట్ చేసి దాని ద్వారా అయినా ఇక్కడ ఈ వేస్ట్ ఉన్నది అని డిటెక్ట్ చేయొచ్చు అని అనుకున్నాను.
కీబోర్డ్ లో ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది? నేను చూడవచ్చు నాన్ వర్కింగ్ కీబోర్డ్ దాంట్లో రేడియేషన్
మెటల్స్ యాక్చువల్లీ మెటల్స్ కెమికల్స్ ఉంటే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా
radiation is only thing, not for all anything that we not like this plastic types of food we will not have not radiation. It has metal, it has all those things, chain and body or my system which is not for use. It's not everything will have a SAR value and all that stuff.
to detect
Waste is
we'll think of
Then you talk about last data security. Has there any study been done on economic retrieval? Have you got any literature presentation to support your statement that economic the cost is going to be? I am aware because when I wanted to in Maritime University, we wanted to dispose of the old computers and things like that. It was extremely difficult to find buyers. Finally, somebody bought it, but he was not lifting it. He had given some money to take it. Well, it's not economically viable to extract unless you are in that large scale, that figures have to come out in your paper to support your. See, one of the important things which your paper is based on is economic benefits. To justify that, nothing has come out in your or in the
Once
paper.
they collected both the
రీసైక్లింగ్ చేయడానికి అమ్మా 10 రూపాయలు రీసైక్లింగ్ చేయడానికి 100 రూపాయలు ఖర్చు అవుతే ఎవరు చేస్తారు?
Prevention is better in these cases.
So we have a comment in the back here. I know you're being put on the hot seat, but that's good for you.
So from a privacy perspective, one of the things that many people don't understand is when they are throwing away, let's say we don't, but if you're throwing away a desktop or a hard disk, there is a lot of data in it. Many times even when you erase the data, it's not really erased, it's there. What I believe you were trying to say with the privacy concern was that we're going to make sure that that data does not get into somebody else's hands. Is that correct?
But they're not doing anything with that thing. They're just telling that there is e-waste there. So they're not working on erasing the
They
data.
put a slide, a point saying privacy.
Yeah, correct. But that's probably come out just out of that. But they're only saying this is e-waste here and pick it up. But anybody can use that in whatever way.
Those who pick it can also steal the data.
Like what Sir was saying is prevention is better. There is no other way.
Segregation is the solution.
Or identifying alternate materials in manufacture of these things.
Yeah.
That is source, set a source.
But anyway, again, concern for the environment.
Thank you. It's the topic is very apt, very practical, very essential. But my thought is that you have touched on a very important aspect, but you have not taken it through. Detecting is important, but your project will not be complete unless you tell us the solution. How to do it, who to do it. Even if you do not know how to do it, you suggest a chain of events which will take it to a logical conclusion. So, what I'm saying is, in case this is a good project, we can continue working on it and incorporate whatever judges and other members are giving you suggestions. That's a very good thing. So, wish you good luck. Continue on the project. Thank you.
Anybody else has any questions? Please, you can participate if you want to ask a question. We have a couple more minutes before we have to go to the next presentation. Any more questions?
The impression that you are giving based on whatever you have put in, right? Look, there's a lot of technology being used, but it's kind of like engineers. There are many of us here who have gone with a solution in search of a problem, right? I'm saying I'll detect e-waste. First of all, is that a problem that exists? It does. Okay. If you're able to start off with justifying that, maybe it would have. Why do you say that?
Should I give it to us?
Yeah, please.
డిటెక్ట్ చేయడానికి ప్రాపర్గా లేవు కాబట్టి ఫస్ట్ మేము అది
అసలు డిటెక్ట్ చేయాలి అని ఎందుకు
దాన్ని రిమూవ్ చేయడానికి అంటే దాని నుండి రేడియేషన్
ఎక్కడ పెడతారు కెమెరా డిటెక్ట్ చేయడానికి ఏ డంపింగ్ యాక్చువల్లీ కలెక్ట్ చేస్తారు అక్కడ
కాదు యాక్చువల్ డంపింగ్
ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయో అక్కడ
కాపులుపడ
కాపులుపడ
దే డోంట్ నో కాపులుపడ బట్ కాపులుపడ
ఊళ్ళోని ఎక్కడ తప్పుకుందో
సార్ ఇప్పుడు మనం అలా క్లియర్ చేయలేదు అంటే అలా డిటెక్ట్ చేయలేదు అనుకోండి సార్, బ్యాక్ పికర్స్ ఉంటారు కదా సార్, వాళ్ళు దానికి ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ అయ్యి ఆ గ్యాసెస్కి ఎక్స్పోజ్ అయ్యి వాళ్ళకి ఇన్ హెల్త్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వస్తాయి సార్. ఈ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ ఏం చేస్తున్నాయంటే చిల్డ్రన్స్ని ఆ వర్క్లో పెడుతున్నాయి సార్. దానివల్ల చిల్డ్రన్స్ ఎక్స్పోజ్ అయ్యి వాళ్ళ హెల్త్ ఇష్యూస్ వస్తున్నాయి సార్. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఇలా డిటెక్ట్ చేయడం వల్ల సో
దానికన్నా మెడికల్ వేస్ట్ ఇంకా ఎక్కువ హ్యాజర్డస్ కదా అలాంటప్పుడు.
ఈ వేస్ట్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు
ఈ వేస్ట్లో ఏమొస్తుంది? దట్ ఇస్ సో
ఫోన్స్ పోయిన ఫోన్స్ అన్ని పడేస్తున్నాం సార్, కీబోర్డ్స్, ల్యాప్టాప్స్.
Sir, with your permission, I'll ask one. Suppose some of we collected all this stuff, we have put in a conveyor, and the trash is moving on the conveyor in a thin layer. Suppose, is there any means by which we can pick up, and there will be a pickup like in conveyors generally metal pieces have to pick it up, that should not be damaged. They put a magnet like that to pick up this e-waste. Any generic way of pickup can you place on the conveyor? One method it is not possible. Electronic based pickup చేయడానికి ఏముండదు. సో ఇంత ప్రాసెస్ చేసి ఒక కన్వేయర్ పెట్టినా కూడా కన్వేయర్ మీద ఇక్కడ చెత్త అంతా పోతాం అలా వెళ్తూ ఉంటుంది. మధ్యలో కన్వేయర్ మీద మనమేమో పికప్ లాంటి పెడతాం. బట్ వీ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎ పికప్ విచ్ విల్ పికప్ ఆల్ ద ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ వేస్ట్. సో ఇన్ ఏ సిచ్యువేషన్ లైక్ దిస్ ఐ ఫీల్ prevention is
that's very active exchange of question, answers, ideas. That's wonderful. Thank you. Let's invite the next team and then we'll go for lunch. Okay, 1:30 we'll go for lunch. It's 1 o'clock. Anybody hungry here? 4, 5 people. Yeah, you can hold your hunger for a little more.
Why did he even ask?
Just to say that. To hold hunger. So one more we can go ahead, right?
Yeah.
One more. All right. The next one is development of email voice assistant for visually challenged people. Hello. You came alone. Just one thing, one number two or? Oh, you're all final students and they're all off. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'm Kamakshi Devi from SRK Engineering College.
Speak into the mic, please.
Good morning, sir. I'm Kamakshi Devi from SRK Engineering College. Today I'm here to address about the development of email voice assistants for visually challenged people. We mainly go through these top elements in the presentation. When coming to abstract, the internet, we know that we don't spend even a single minute without internet. These internet shifted our world to digital environments. So, but blind people are unable to access the internet and use it. When coming to resources like email, visually low vision people like blind people are unable to use the sources. To address this, a voice-based email system in Python has been developed by enabling blind individuals to access email system through voice commands. As we see in our outdoors, there are many noises may interfere with our voice. While coming to when we are giving commands to voice to access email, if you consider we are at outdoors, there may be many people around us. There may be a chance to mix many noises with along with our voice. So, in order to solve that problem, we are using a speaker beam to create and extract the target speaker's voice by removing the background noise.
After that, coming to the introduction of this part, internet, as we know, we've gone through that. Internet and emails are very essential in today's world. We have many technologies for blind people to help them, like Braille keyboard and voice reader assistants, but they are cost effective. Middle class people, there are many middle class people now, they can't afford these Braille keyboards and all. So we came through this topic. There are around 30 million people in the world which are blind, and low vision. There are many low vision people also. And as we say, our age is going above 50, we come to low vision. So we have these. మన ఏజ్ 50కి పైబడినప్పుడు మనకి లో విజన్ అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా వస్తుంది. సో దాన్ని మనం ఖచ్చితంగా ఓవర్కమ్ మనం దానికోసం అని మన పనులు ఆపేసుకోలేము కదా. సో మనం ఖచ్చితంగా దానికి ఏదో ఒక ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ అనేది చూసుకోవాల్సి ఉంటుంది. దానికోసం మనం ఆ విషయాన్ని మేము దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకుని ఈ సిస్టమ్ అనేది డెవలప్ చేయాలనుకున్నాము. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ప్రీవియస్గా చాలామంది ఈ బ్లైండ్ పీపుల్కి హెల్ప్ చేయడానికి ఈ సిస్టమ్ అనేది ఈ వాయిస్ అసిస్టెంట్స్ మీద వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారు. లైక్ ఇఫ్ యూ సీ P.A. Tiwari in 2020, he published a paper, a review on voice-based email system for blind, which provides an overview of voice-based email system tailored for blind users. Whereas many people published worked on this topic, yet we have a conclusion that we addressed with these problems. Visually impaired faces a challenge in using email, making communication and information access difficult. Where noisy environments, a mixture of noise may get interfered with the target speaker voice, and if these make difficult in extracting the target speaker's voice amidst multiple speakers. We proposed some solutions for this problem, where voice-based email system enables sending emails which is through voice commands. Advanced features include attachments, handling folder organization, like label management, and sending emails. By reducing errors with the target speaker voice, we can promote greater productivity and independence. By utilizing the speaker beamforming, by using some deep learning algorithms, we can reduce the noise in the speaker environment. The main objectives are to utilize voice commands for accessing and managing emails, such as sending and reading messages, to remove considerable effect of background noise, extracting the target speaker in multi-speaker environment. We've gone through these topics. While coming to the voice mail systems, we use Google API for speech to text conversion, which includes login, mailbox, home, compose, and mail inbox options, which allows users to compose and save mails using voice commands. Provides an option to reply, read, forward the mails. In target speaker extraction, it extracts the speech of the target speaker from the mixture of blend of noises and along with the target speaker voice. Here we use it evaluates the performance using loss functions such as masker mean square error and scale invariant signal to noise ratio. When we come to block diagram of our overview, when we log in, we we come to an welcome to email box of if we we come with 3 options in that. When we select the compose option, the subject body and address are taken through voice. We have to give voice commands in here. After that voice, Google Engine will convert the text voice into text format. After that, it will send the message. Message will be sent, and we again come to welcome mail box. If we select inbox option, read inbox, read all option will be there. By voice commands, we have to address this. After that, it will మన ఇన్బాక్స్ ఆప్షన్లోకి వెళ్ళి రీడ్ ఇన్బాక్స్ ఆప్షన్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నట్లయితే అక్కడ మనకి లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఆప్షన్స్ విల్ బి దేర్. సపోజ్ if we give a command, it will convert our audio to text format. After that, మనం ఇక్కడ చూసుకున్నట్లయితే read out the subject and text. దాన్ని మనం తీసుకున్నట్లయితే మనకి ఇక్కడ ఒక ఆల్రెడీ ట్రైన్ చేసిన అసిస్టెంట్ అనేది ఉంది. దాని ద్వారా మనకి
క్లోజ్ యువర్ మౌత్. మైక్ దగ్గరగా పెట్టుకోమా.
దాని ద్వారా మనకి టార్గెట్ స్పీకర్ వాయిస్ ఆల్రెడీ ట్రైన్ చేసి ఉంటుంది కనుక దాన్ని కంపేర్ చేసుకుని మనకి నాయిస్ రిమూవ్ చేసి మనం ఇచ్చిన మెయిన్ థీమ్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటుంది. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ కంప్లీట్ మెయిల్ రీచ్ చేయడం కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయినట్లయితే log out. Welcome to mailbox again. If we select log out option, it will come again. We can exit the email. To extract target speaker from the mixture of noises, we used short time Fourier transforms here, where y of n is a mixture of speaker's voice and interference speech, and where v of n is noise here. This is the equation. We represented some speeches and interference speeches and noise here. We using short time Fourier transform, we converted it from Fourier frequency, time and frequency domain. You can see in the block diagram the target speaker voice is S0, and after that interference speech is S1, Si. After that V is a noise here. When it is combined and represented as Y in the mixture, you see down. You can see that adaptation utterance at the lower part. It is a trained assistance here. మనం ప్రీవియస్గా మనం ఒక మోడల్ని ట్రైన్ చేస్తాము మన టార్గెట్ స్పీకర్ వాయిస్తో. లైక్ ఇప్పుడు బ్లైండ్ పర్సన్ ఉన్నారు, వాళ్ళ ప్రైవసీ కన్సర్న్స్ అయ్యి ఉంటుంది. సో వాళ్ళ వాయిస్తో మనం ఆల్రెడీ ఒక ప్లాట్ఫామ్ అనేది ట్రైన్ చేసి ఉంచుతాము. దాన్ని అడాప్టేషన్ యూటరెన్స్లో ట్రైన్ చేసిన మోడల్ అనేది ఉంటుంది. దీని ద్వారా ఒక మిక్చర్ అనేది వస్తున్నప్పుడు ఈ ట్రైన్ చేసిన దాంతో కంపేర్ చేసుకొని స్పీకర్ బీమ్ నెట్వర్క్ అనేది టార్గెట్ స్పీకర్ వాయిస్ని సపరేట్ చేస్తుంది. లైక్ మనం ఇప్పుడు చూసుకుంటే మనం మాట్లాడే దానిలో మనం గూగుల్కి సపోజ్ వాయిస్ ద్వారా మనం ఏదైనా టైప్ చేయాలనుకున్నాం అనుకుంటే గూగుల్లో మనం యాక్సెంట్ అనేది డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటుంది. సో సేమ్ యాక్సెంట్ అనేది రాదు, సమ్ మిస్టేక్స్ అనేవి టైప్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి. సో దాన్ని మనం ఫేస్ చేయడానికి మన టార్గెట్ స్పీకర్ యొక్క వాయిస్ అనేది ట్రైన్ చేస్తాము. వాళ్ళ యాక్సెంట్ ఏంటి, ఎలా యూజ్ చేసుకుంటున్నారు అని చెప్పేసి ట్రైన్ చేస్తాము. ఇది ఎప్పటికప్పుడు డెవలప్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. లైక్ మనం యూజ్ చేసే యాక్సెంట్ని బట్టి మాడిఫై చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటుంది అడాప్టేషన్ యూటరెన్స్లో. సో దట్ మన టార్గెట్ స్పీకర్ వాయిస్ని అది ఈజీగా మిస్టేక్స్ లేకుండా మనకి అవుట్పుట్ అనేది ఇస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ ఎస్టిమేటెడ్ మాస్క్ అనేది ఉంది, డెవలప్ అవుతుంది ఇక్కడ నుండి. సో దట్ వీ కెన్ గెట్ ద ఎగ్జాక్ట్ ఇంటెన్షన్ ఆఫ్ అవర్ టార్గెట్ స్పీకర్ లైక్ blind person. ఎక్స్ట్రాక్షన్ ప్రాసెస్లో మనకి యాజ్ వీ సీ హియర్ ఈ మాస్క్ అనేది మనకి క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది ఇక్కడ మిక్చర్స్ నుండి, అడాప్టేషన్ యూటర్నన్స్ నుండి. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ఈ టార్గెట్ స్పీకర్ వాయిస్ అనేది మనం డిఫరెంట్ న్యూరల్ నెట్వర్క్స్ యూజ్ చేసి మనం ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాము. సపోజ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ఈజ్ ఫ్యాక్టరైజర్ లేయర్. దీని ద్వారా మనకి యాక్యురసీ అనేది పెరుగుతుంది. ఇట్ ఎన్హాన్సెస్ ద ఎఫిషియన్సీ ఆల్సో. ఇట్ రెడ్యూసెస్ పారామీటర్స్ అండ్ it mitigates overfitting. It provides a streamlined and powerful approach to inform the neural network. Here also, it is another neural network here. It is also used to extract the target speaker voice. Here are some of the architectures used in extracting the target speaker voice. One of that is bidirectional long short term memory. మనం చూసుకున్న నార్మల్గా మనం బయట ఆర్కిటెక్చర్స్ తీసుకున్నట్లయితే వాటిలో మనకి మెమొరీ అనేది ఉండదు. ఇక్కడ మనం మెమొరీ యూజ్ చేయడం వల్ల మనకి అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఏంటంటే మనం ఆల్రెడీ ట్రైన్ చేసి ఉన్నాం కదా, మనం ఇప్పుడు కొత్తగా మాట్లాడిన యాక్సెంట్ కూడా అది స్టోర్ చేసుకుంటుంది. స్టోర్ చేసి కంపేర్ చేయడం వల్ల మనకి మిస్టేక్స్ అనేవి తగ్గుతాయి, యాక్యురసీ అనేది పెరుగుతుంది. సో ఇది మనకి ఒక అడ్వాంటేజ్ అవుతుంది. హియర్ ఈజ్ another architecture, convolutional task time domain assistant for speech separation network. ఇక్కడ మనం మిక్చర్ లైక్ టార్గెట్ స్పీకర్ వాయిస్తో పాటు మిక్చర్ ఆఫ్ నాయిసెస్ కూడా ఇస్తాము. సో దట్ ఇట్ ఎన్కోడ్స్ అండ్ అప్లై టు సెపరేటర్ హియర్. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ఇట్ decodes and separated waveform like target speaker voice will be given out. మేము ఈ కోడ్ అంతా పైథాన్లో డెవలప్ చేస్తున్నాము. వీ కెన్ సీ ద సిమ్యులేషన్ అండ్ రిజల్ట్స్ హియర్. మేము ఇక్కడ LMS ఆల్గారిథం యూజ్ చేసాం. డిఫరెంట్ ఆల్గారిథమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, వాటిలో మేము LMS ఆల్గారిథం అండ్ వేవ్లెట్ డయాగ్నోస్టిక్ ఆఫ్ స్పీచ్ సిగ్నల్ అనేవి యూజ్ చేసుకున్నాం. మేము ఇవే ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేసుకున్నామంటే మేము పైన మనకి ఉన్నది ఇన్పుట్ సిగ్నల్, కింద వచ్చింది మనకి అవుట్పుట్ సిగ్నల్. పైన రెండు చూసుకుంటే మనకి ఇన్పుట్ ఇచ్చాక అవుట్పుట్లో మనకి నాయిస్ అనేది రెడ్యూస్ అయింది. టార్గెట్ స్పీకర్ వాయిస్కి ఎలాంటి ఎఫెక్ట్ అవ్వలేదు. సో మనం యాక్యురేట్గా మనం ఈ టార్గెట్ స్పీకర్ యొక్క ఇంటెన్షన్ మనం బయటికి అవుట్పుట్లోకి తెచ్చుకోవచ్చు. వెరస్ ఇన్ బ్లాక్ LMS ఆల్గారిథం టార్గెట్ స్పీకర్ వాయిస్ కూడా మనకి రెడ్యూస్ అయిపోయింది, అంటే కట్ అయిపోయింది. ఓన్లీ నాయిస్తో పాటు టార్గెట్ స్పీకర్ యొక్క వాయిస్ కూడా ఎలిమినేట్ అయిపోయింది. సో మేము పైనవే LMS ఆల్గారిథం ప్రిఫర్ చేసాం వేవ్లెట్ డయాగ్నోసింగ్తో పాటుగా. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ మెయిన్ ఇంపాక్ట్ సొసైటీ మీద ఉన్న మెయిన్ ఇంపాక్ట్ ఏంటంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ యూజర్ ఫ్రెండ్లీ. ఆఫ్టర్ మనం యాక్సెసిబిలిటీని కూడా పెంచవచ్చు. మన బ్లైండ్ పీపుల్ వచ్చి ఎవరి మీద డిపెండ్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం ఉండదు వేరే హెల్ప్ కోసము, లైక్ ఈమెయిల్ కంపోజ్ చేయడానికి. మనం ఎప్పుడైనా సరే ఈమెయిల్ కంపోజ్ చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది, ఎందుకంటే మన బిజినెస్లో ఏంటి, ఎక్కడ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ పర్పస్లో ఏంటి, ఎప్పుడైనా ఈమెయిల్ కంపోజ్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఖచ్చితంగా ఉంటుంది. బ్లైండ్ పీపుల్ వేరే వాళ్ళ మీద డిపెండ్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం ఉండదు. ఈ మా ప్రోటోటైప్ యూజ్ చేసుకున్నట్లయితే వాళ్ళు ఎవరి మీద డిపెండ్ అవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం ఉండదు. సో దట్ మనకి around the world 32 million people are there, blind people which are blind. So that మనం వాళ్ళకి హెల్ప్ చేసినట్లయితే మన ప్రొడక్టివిటీని కూడా పెంచుకోవచ్చు. Through this our conclusion is that email voice assistance for visually impaired enhance the communication accessibility, utilizes speaker beamforming for isolating target speaker, improving performance. speaker beamforming aids in speech recognition and noise reduction and enhancing intelligibility. It prioritizes user commands, minimizing interference and from the background noise. మనం ఇన్ ద వరల్డ్లో చూసుకున్నట్లయితే 8,000 కన్నా ఎక్కువ లాంగ్వేజెస్ ఉన్నాయి మనకి. వాటి యొక్క అన్ని యాక్సెంట్స్ ఈచ్ విత్ యూనిక్ అండ్ సిమాటిక్ అండ్ గ్రామర్. ఓన్లీ a small number of languages are covered in solutions by that are now available. Each alphabet, characteristic phonetic system and pronunciation are unique so to that language. Adapting technology to regional language is limited, highlighting the necessity for accent recognition using machine learning. Addressing privacy concerns for the blind individuals. మేము ఈ ప్రోటోటైప్ని అంతా ఒక VLSI యూజ్ చేసుకొని ఒక FPGA బోర్డ్ లోకి తీసుకురావడానికి ట్రై చేస్తున్నాము. These are the differences for the our idea. Thank you. Any questions?
Nice presentation. I have a question. Basically, voice recognition software.
Yes, sir.
When I speak, perfect understands.
Yes, sir.
What is the security aspect in this? Suppose nowadays there are people who can do mimicry. I can speak exactly the way you speak. Is there not going to be some face recognition
Yes, sir.
software also interlocked with this?
Yes, sir. Only sir మాకు.
ఉండదు. ఎందుకంటే ఓన్లీ స్పీచ్ రికగ్నిషన్ అయితే somebody else can mimic.
Yes, sir.
So to sort of give some security, it will not be prudent to have a face recognition also simultaneously. Sort of one will allow the other. It's a suggestion.
Yes, sir. Thanks for reminding me that. I left that point here. Actually, మా సిస్టంలో వాయిస్ రికార్డ్ వాయిస్తో పాటు ఇమేజ్ సెన్సింగ్ టూల్ కూడా ఉన్నది. ఉంది సార్.
Where have you tried this?
Sir?
Whom have you tried this? You tried this?
Yes, sir. మీకు కావాలంటే మా సీనియర్స్ మీకు డెమో వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడ లేదు సార్. జూమ్ మీటింగ్ పెట్టి మీకు చూపించమని చెప్తాను సార్.
డ్రాగన్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అలాంటిది కదా ఇది. డ్రాగన్ ఒకటి మాట్లాడితే ఇది సార్ట్ ఆఫ్ లైక్ there are many softwares like this.
Yes, sir.
You have a demonstration of this?
If you need, we can.
Laptop to demonstrate to us?
If you need, our seniors may give demonstrate it.
No, you are making the presentation. Asking you.
Sir, actually, నేను మా సీనియర్స్ బాగా ఎక్కువ వర్క్ చేశారు సార్. వాళ్ళు ఇస్తారు సార్ డెమాన్స్ట్రేషన్.
You are part of it.
Yes, sir.
So you are not confident to make a presentation, demonstrate it.
Actually, ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అంతా సార్ ఐమ్ థర్డ్ ఇయర్ సార్. నేను ఇంకా అంత ఎక్కువ వర్క్ చేయలేదు సార్ దీని మీద. మా సీనియర్స్ బాగా వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారు సార్ దీని మీద.
Why are they not here then?
Sir, they have recently joined in their jobs, sir. So they are not getting permissions, sir. Sorry for that.
Any questions from audience?
Good. I mean, the topic is good. You've taken at least your team has taken the right, let us say, initiative. I have a question sent by Dr. Rajat from Delhi. I'll read it out for you.
Okay, sir.
If you can answer, it's good. Otherwise, we can reach out to your seniors. Your problem identification is good. You have described the issues well. In your proposed solutions, you use a series of existing features on Google and other platforms. What is the value added of your project? What is the value added by you and your team in this project?
సార్ చూసుకుంటే మనకి బ్లైండ్ పీపుల్ బయట వాళ్ళ వాయిస్ ప్రైవసీ కన్సర్న్స్ అనేవి వాళ్ళకి చాలా ఉంటాయి సార్. ఫేస్ రికగ్నిషన్ ద్వారా వాళ్ళకి మనం ప్రైవసీ సేఫ్టీ అనేది ప్రొవైడ్ చేయొచ్చు సార్ త్రూ దిస్. నెక్స్ట్ యాక్సెంట్ మారిపోయినప్పుడు మనం ఒక్కొక్కసారి ఒక్కొక్కలాగా మాట్లాడవచ్చు సార్. యాక్సెంట్ మారిపోయినప్పుడు ఇది ట్రైన్ చేసి ఉంటాం కాబట్టి వాళ్ళకి ప్రాబ్లం ఉండేది సార్. ఈమెయిల్లో మిస్టేక్స్ అనేవి టైప్ అవ్వడం అట్లాంటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మనకి ఎరేజ్ అవ్వవు సార్ ఇక్కడ.
ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి కదా ఆల్రెడీ వర్క్డ్ అవుట్ అండ్ అవైలబుల్ ఆన్ డిఫరెంట్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్స్ ఇన్ ది ఇంటర్నెట్ ఆర్ ఇన్ ద వెబ్.
మేము ఎఫ్పిజే బోర్డ్ మీద ఇదంతా ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాం సార్. సో దట్ మనకి యాక్యురసీ అనేది పెరుగుతుంది సార్.
Okay, next question is, have you actually made a prototype of your target speaker voice recognition model?
మేము టెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం సార్ ఆల్రెడీ.
You didn't bring it here.
Yes sir.
It was done in the lab.
Yes sir.
It was done in the, or is it only a conceptual design at this stage? You have actually done it?
Yes sir.
Okay. But we don't have an access. We can't demonstrate it here, right?
సార్ మీరు కావాలంటే మేము సీనియర్స్ జూమ్ మీటింగ్ అరేంజ్ చేసి మీకు చూపించగలుగుతాం సార్.
You made it already and it is available.
Yes sir.
One question I have is your paper which is presented. Who made out the paper? By your seniors, is it?
Yes sir. సీనియర్స్తో కొలాబరేట్ చేస్తున్నాం సార్.
That means all the language used is by your seniors.
Yes sir.
Okay. So that was my question. Any other questions from the audience?
You said your seniors has made this like simulations. So do you have any videos of the simulations also, like doing, so that we can put into the
Actually,
judges?
మీరు అడుగుతారని
I don't know.
oh sorry. I have arranged my seniors there to demonstrate through Zoom meeting. So I haven't bring any videos of it.
So they're available now on Zoom?
If I call, they're available, sir.
Well, ask the judges.
Can I?
Do we want to try that after lunch or?
Yeah, we can have it after
None of your seniors check once and week after lunch we try to teach them out.
Okay, sir.
They're okay if we have.
Any other questions? Yeah.
In Oracle and the Apple iBooks, this all has been done already. Is there any difference, like what the difference you have made from the existing one and this one? And how will be a blind person can be logged in the mail?
By using voice commands, you can log into the mail. Actually, we are implementing it on FPGA board so that accuracy will be improved.
Then what do you see that Oracle and Apple are not able to provide the accuracy? So just the accuracy is the improvement, right?
Not just accuracy, but
Then
also privacy concerns also improved.
Actually, I hope it's an existing one. It's already in the market. Like Oracle and Apple are already like using this for the blind people. The mail they can do it.
That was the question of Dr. Rajat also. What is that value addition that you have made over what is available in the market?
Sir, actually, నేను రీసెంట్గా జాయిన్ అయ్యాను సార్. You can ask our seniors, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You get points for clearing. Alone with that.
Well, thank you. Lunch is ready. It's down the hall, next room, in the GMR multi-purpose room. So please have as much as you can because we have 2 meals for each of you.
Anyhow, we finish our program and we do a lot of seminars, a lot of presentations till we get a winner team that's going to represent Andhra University in the regional debate in Mumbai. So the final prize of Ultra Prize is $1 million as a seed fund to start their business and idea. And so many, for the previous year, so many ideas win and has right now $1 billion value. So that's.
Thank you. So 4 years ago, a team from AU made it all the way to the finals. They were among the top 6, and they didn't win the final prize, of course. But in the process, they were incubated in London for 6 months, all expenses paid, and they built their company. This was an aqua farm, vertical aqua farm, to grow fish organically without any added chemicals. And they use IoT and image analytics and all that. Ravi typically asks a question about to guess who or which branch they're from, but I'm not going to ask you that question. I'm going to give you the answer. 4 students, all of them from law school. So there are no limits for imagination. You just have to understand the problem so you can come up with a solution. Now I'd like to have Shazin speak a little bit about what motivated him to run this competition and how much effort it took to motivate people to participate in it. This is, again, if you can, please focus on the angle, innovation angle. You had to answer a lot of questions and continuously remind people that this is about sustainable development goals and innovation.
So hi, this is Shazin. So I'm a second year CS student from Sri Lanka. So basically why we got into the hype was this is a competition that was focused on solving real world issues. So it was not a typical hackathon that we had used. It was about coming up with solutions for problems that really matter, the pressing issues in the society. And this year, one of the reasons why I thought, like you have asked me, the reason why I thought I should lead this effort is that, this was an open challenge. It wasn't restricted to any particular domain. So all 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals, that is a wide range of topics that are covered. So we got a lot of students to get involved with us. So we had about, at the initial stages, we went up to about 53 different entries that came in from across Andhra University and affiliated colleges. So out of that, 10 teams made it to the finals, where we had teams, all the way from drone technology, and of a winning team that was working with extraction of banana fibers, and so on. So many teams that worked on different technologies, not limited to IT or any particular industrial field as such. So that was one of the reasons why, because it is really important that we see, rather than now every time we hear this in every hackathon and almost every competition, that computer science engineers sitting inside an AC room cannot solve all of the world's problems. We need to move beyond that and see other people are also involved in changing the world. Because these innovative ideas do come from life sciences and various other fields. So this, I think, was one of the best platforms where we could get all kinds of people involved. Because a lot of life science students. And we had a computer science team that was working on life sciences that went on to win the competition. So that is why I thought it is a great opportunity, and as students at AU, we had to do this for the sake of bringing out the innovative ideas our students possess.
Thank you. So, excuse me. So, one of the things I was thinking as I was sitting through the presentations, many of you, not a few, many of you, spoke in Telugu. And I understand the challenge in communicating in English, because none of us grow up speaking English. So it's not our mother tongue, and it is very hard to communicate in a language that we don't know, we're not familiar with. And we're dealing with jargon, we're dealing with engineering terms, we're dealing with challenges that are pretty complex, and many times we don't have the vocabulary to describe them. Both in English, because it's not our native language, and in Telugu, because we were never taught in that language. So it's very challenging, and I know where you are, and where you're coming from, what you're trying to do with respect to language. But I was really impressed, and I was feeling good that some of you just took the step and said, no, I'm going to speak in Telugu. That says that you guys are looking inwards. You guys are looking at the world around you. You're not catering to people somewhere across the world that can only understand English. You're trying to speak to the people around you, and that is an excellent sign. Bring the knowledge that you learned elsewhere or from elsewhere and try to solve the problems around it. That's all we need. Everything will fix itself. So with that, I'd like, sorry, I'm bad with names. Pavitra, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting names because somehow there is a problem. Pavitra, I'd like to speak about your effort. You won the Hall Prize, Campus Prize, and you're going to the regionals in Mumbai. You spent 3 months trying to work with a team and put it together, and you won the prize. So congratulations. That was a wonderful effort. Your presentation was awesome, and now you're working towards the regionals. So can you describe your experience working through this process? It should be on, no?
Thank you, sir. So basically, first our idea is not actually banana fiber. We thought of bioplastic using banana pseudostem. But after doing some market analysis, we got that it is not a successful market to go on. Since the plastic bag we thought of making is more costlier than the paper bags, normal plastic bags and cloth bags. So after struggling for 1 month, slowly we got that why not go with the fiber, because the market range is low, but the market potential is more. So we thought of banana fiber, and going through this, actually we have gone through very hard things. That this is also first time for a startup competition. That's where Ahab and Giri sir, who really helped us. Our presentations literally have the biggest mistakes. We suck at presentation. Most of them, even the PPT, we don't even have proper visual presentations of market analysis. That is where we came from. Now we have a very good guidance and stuff, so that we got into the first prize of on campus and going for the regionals. I can say that it's not an easy path, but it is really a very good path. Thank you.
Can you speak a little bit more about your connections with the mentors that you work with and speakers that you heard in this process?
So firstly, Giri sir is the first one who really worked hard for us. The mistakes we did or guiding us, and second, suggestions from the workshop is really helpful actually. The meditation workshop you did, like it's an 8-month series, right, sir?
Oh, that came after.
But actually, but before that we have connected, right? It's like because of that we have did many corrections in our PPT also. And most important, Srinivas sir, Ravi sir, that day itself he clearly said what our flaw is after the competition presentation is done, and we came out of the room and we went to Ravi sir, what do you think about it? It was like he clearly said what we did wrong, and we thought, okay, we're not gonna win this competition. We need to really redo all the work. Later when we got to select, we were shocked that we got it's a coincidence. Then later, after doing all the connections, and after even I got to know that when I was out in Hyderabad, you helped in presentations and corrections, sir. So it's really helpful. Like not just the presentation, how startup works, how we really need to think according to the startup. That every knowledge we got from Ahab, mainly from Divakar sir, Srinivas sir, Ravi sir, Ivi sir, is really very helpful for us.
Okay, thank you. So what we did was, before the Hull Prize finals, we also had a drone triathlon. This was on a Sunday again, and as much as I don't like to come on Sundays, I end up here every Sunday. So we were doing a drone triathlon, and one of the teams that made it to the finals of Hull Prize was actually participating in the drone triathlon, Fly Nexus. So they won the drone triathlon. They were far superior to other teams, and they won the prize. And immediately I connected with them and I said, okay, what are you guys doing? And the next day we had a startup workshop that we were starting, fire startup program, with a startup trainer from the US. So I immediately recruited this team and said, you have to attend. And luckily they attended. I mean, they made the time, all three of them showed up and they went through the program. It was really useful for them, and then as they were working through this program, they obviously won, Pavitra's team won, and Fly Nexus came in third. immediately after that, we started a series of workshops at our hub, focusing on early stage startups or early entrepreneurs. This is an 8 workshop series, 2-day workshops each one each month. So I asked each of them to consider, the top 3 teams, to consider joining the workshop. It is sponsored by our hub and TIE. There is a membership fee, but since there is a system that we worked out where students from associate members colleges can go for free. So that's the workshop that she was talking about, ideation workshop she participated in. So there are lots of support systems we are building at our hub for students to engage with the world, identify a challenge that interests you, figure out how to resolve it, seek people that can help you, and we are here to help you through the process. Now last, but the most significant part are the faculty. And I think these guys were very lucky to have Giri, Dr. Giri, on campus on time. You joined what, a few months ago, right, or a year ago?
Yeah, last year May.
Yeah, last year May, about the same time as I joined. So you know what they say, you know when you see things. That is kind of how students felt. Okay, he's a good mentor, he talks nicely, he's a good friend, so they just connected. And as soon as I asked them to find faculty mentors, they were actually looking for faculty mentors, they were looking for startup mentors, and Dr. GVV Rao was a natural fit. And he worked through with all the teams, not just one team, with all the teams, sat through the presentations, gave them advice, gave them corrections, and you know, helped them through the process. So I'd like Dr. GVV Rao to share a few thoughts on the challenges that these students are facing in tackling real world problems and bringing innovation to the table and adapting it as part of their professional self.
Introduce himself.
Is it audible? Yeah. I am Dr. Giri. I am a professor of practice in Marine Engineering Department at Andhra University. Prior to that, I worked as a CTO in a startup company, in an AI-based company. What I felt like, the present education system has to be changed. I want to continue the traditional approach and also to adapt to that the changes what's coming from the industry. So when, of course, the team members are like keen to go for these type of activities, I get certain experience as working as a startup. I was the first employee, built up to the 70 employees, and grown up the company. Then I know how the customers interact, what type of the strategies company will have. I won't say it's the same strategy and all, but something they need to adopt to these challenges, and particularly this particular hackathon. It's more about not like coding hackathon or something like that. It's like the team has to sustain as an organization once they get success. So the sustainability organization, as you know, which requires not just a technology and solving the problem, business, sales, marketing, branding, so a competitor advantage study. So all these are actually part of that, a single package to become into the success. So when I see the challenges, first of all, team composition, what I see is they try to pick whoever is just a friends, but that might not be the good choice. That's what I always tell them. And also, I think one of the previous presentation you said, you have a solution, you are trying to fit it to the objectives. I always come on the other way around, okay, this is the problem I'm going to solve. And I have a business strategy on that, and I know there is a certain market on that. I assure any of my team members, by hook or crook, we will deliver the technology. So technology is not an issue, but ensuring that solution is commercially feasible, both for the customers and as well as the students or entrepreneurs, whoever it may be. So that's the biggest challenge. So this way, of course, I don't want to demotivate them, because first of all, the students is willing to come and participate. That itself is a great initiation. As I said, I don't want to hurt them, but I give my opinion. I always say that, don't take me as a guide. I'm more like a mentor. I tell my opinion at the end. You drive yourself. Okay. So this is the way, not to demoralize them. I pinpoint what are the things within the short period possible to do. But at the same time, I finally tell them, of course, what he mentioned about this drone. They come up with the 2 possibilities with me. I said none of them works for sustainability. Even if you think of sustainability, it may not be commercially feasible. But finally, I told them at 12 o'clock is the submission, night 10 o'clock. You submit it. See, my intention is not to demoralize them, make them to think how that solutions can be sustainable. But finally, don't give up. At least, participation is much more important. So this is the way. Because they are young, I believe that if they want, they can do much better than what we have been doing. But at the same time, they might need certain mentors. I always tell even my students, you try to identify a mentor, not necessary to be me, whom you think is fits for you as a mentor. Because mentor has to fit your mentality also. So that's how you try to take some mentor that will help you to go in a proper direction. This is very important, these days. Just a small thing for that. If I look at IIT Madras alumni, there is 2 columns in that. Do you want to be mentor or are you looking for a mentor? See, this is very important role at this present generation because there is wide choices are there in the technology. Narrowing down and moving ahead in a short period of time is very important. My belief actually, an idea, if you can't mature in 6 months to 18 months, we have to fold it in, keep it in our box. Maybe think I had an idea about 1 year back, 2 years back, but nothing is going to be useful that. Because by the 5 years time, maybe the idea is going to die, the new idea is going to come in the directions. So MVP is one of the important thing I'm trying to push to everyone because everything you can't do in a short period of time. You need to convince all the stakeholders you are going in a correct directions. The best thing for actually identifying MVP. So this is the way I'm trying to again try to give them support, but at the same time to raise the issues what to be resolved.
Thank you. So Dr. GVV Rao is one among a few other faculty members who are available to mentor. Given time constraints and other challenges, some of us are not as available as others at certain points in time. So given all that, and in addition to faculty mentors, we have mentors from the startup world. Our hub is home to 170 companies, and each of the owners of these companies, each of the promoters or owners of these companies, they are going through a journey that is often very difficult, risky, and they are happy to share their stories. They are happy to share their wisdom, whatever they learned. Some of them are more seasoned than others, so they're all available. For us at GVV Rao Awards, we should probably think about how we can tap into this resource that we have on campus here. It is a huge gold mine we are sitting on, and we need to figure out how to tap into this. We did a decent job this year. We need to do more next year. Not necessarily better, but we need to do more to figure out how to tap into this faculty and startup world resource that is right here on campus. All right, with that, anybody else has any thoughts you want to share?
Yeah, but if at all we would like to participate in next these type of hackathons, I want that it has to start from much earlier because at last minute it's very difficult to do everything. So sometimes, of course, you participate because there is a hackathon, but sometimes you may have your own desired direction you want to move ahead. So you keep doing the things. Of course, where and when the hackathons comes, you keep participating in things. So probably that's also, we should actually try to create that type of culture into the university.
Awesome. Anybody has questions for the 4 folks sitting up on stage?
Well, from me, as far as Dr. GVV Rao activity is concerned, how will I be able to connect up with your team to take it forward and make it better next year?
I guess through AHA. Unless there are multiple ways. I mean, university is a huge entity. There are multiple doors to enter. AHAB is one. AHAB is connected with the students. AHAB is connected with some of the faculty, but so are many other entities. But it depends on who you're working with and if you can establish a working relationship with them. So this time we stuck to the technical paper. HALT Prize is focused on building startups. So prototypes is the final product. And all of our hackathons are prototypes of the final product. If they are interested and they want to move forward beyond winning the hackathon, they are working through the AHAB system to be incubated and working towards a startup. So I'm not discounting the value of a technical paper. They are still published and they are really important, and there is an audience for it, there is a purpose for them. But let's face it. Earlier I was saying these guys, you're not taught in English, or you're taught in English, but it's not your functional language. So writing a technical paper in English is not easy. I've written a few. I know how hard it is. But it's not to say that you shouldn't know. You should know by now. The fact that is that you don't know. So what do you do about that? Do you go back to English school, or do you work with a language that you can to further advancing your innovative experiments? That's the challenge. Unfortunately, we don't have any journal articles or journals published in Telugu. So there is nothing to stop you from writing your journal articles. If you can, you should. Because that is how scientific community shares information with each other. That is how knowledge is documented and advanced. But not every problem is in English. And not everybody who solves the problem knows English. So we need to figure out a medium, a happy medium somewhere. So you either need to have a person on your team who can write well and get it through, or we need to change the way what we're expecting from you. That's a challenge. So, so there are multiple things for us to think about in the context of GVV Rao Awards.
Can I just add?
Yeah.
So when I was initially, I think I was suggesting this idea of hackathon sort of, ideathon sort of, not a hackathon, and then from there, the interesting ones then get into a paper form.
Right.
Because most of the students are not willing to spend that time because they don't know.
They don't know.
They have great ideas for smart idea hackathon and all that. They were solid ideas that came.
Right.
But I was surprised that that did not get transferred into the GVV Remote Award. Reason is they can't sit and write bibliography, this, that, and all this stuff. They're not trained to do that things. So, and they have to depend on faculty. Wherever they get a little bit of that help, and the faculty interested in that topic, they get some this thing. Or it's like a faculty doing something and then asking the student to do it. It becomes like that. But if it is an ideation, they develop it, they come, with that something that is new, they come and they present it. It can be into 2 or 3 stages. First is ideation, where people come and what is the new thought. So this is what they are trying to solve. We shortlist, then get them into a paper writing, and then into a prototype. And these 3 phases, then you finalize it. Then you will get a huge thing, because we try to do that in BitAP, launch very similar stuff. We got 493 applicants, and out of that, finally 30, and then they did that. But finally, I know
that was a business plan, right?
It was a business plan, but eventually it led to that. So people from Symbiosis, Pune, and all that. But we can restrict it to the state of Andhra Pradesh.
Right.
Yeah, just to continue, sir, of course, it's not a hackathon, but what I'm doing at least in my department right now for the second year, I have given the 7 projects with the 5 each group. I am almost like a confident, probably in 3 to 4 months, they will be writing the patent. Once the patent is going to be completed, it will be completely AI-based digital twin software. After that, the publications I'm going to do. The reason is once you do the publications, you can't do the patent. So yeah, but what I just told the team, about the 35 students, this is just a case study for your Python, but after that I don't put you compulsion. But those who want to continue, you can continue that. But actually, I will not write a patent even in the document. I tell them again, I will help you to write a patent, I will help you to write a publications. At the end of the day, you will be doing that, but I am there always if it's required. So just a small change, what I see, my department lab ideally, there's nothing in that. Now the students said that, can we take the tables and make the department lab is functional. So yeah, it's because it's just a small step, publication is very important, but of course if someone is looking about ideation, I think that first we should focus on patent, then move to the publication side. Yeah, but at some extent it's very important. One more thing, someone presenting the Telugu. Actually, I'm very happy because there's nothing wrong in presenting your own mother tongue also. I met, fortunately, one of the esteemed faculty in my life. When I went for big meetings, so he's 80 years old, he's well known in the world. But he says that, Giri, can you give me a small excuse? This particular part, I can express Norwegian much better than English. Yeah. He's such a famous professor, he's okay to present in a Norwegian. So there's nothing wrong in that, but again, but that's again not some extent you have to again the world community again, trying to interact with English, either you or maybe your supportive member has to be part of that. So that it should be okay. Yeah. And one thing I want to convey, we're very fortunate, like, Ahab is always supportive. That's what I tell them when the team comes, that like, okay, Ahab is there with you. If there is with you, there's no issue, I'm also there with you, because it's not one person can do the job. You need some type of ecosystem. So fortunately, like, you have that Ahab, and you see in a short period of time, they went in a pretty good position in India, and it's moving much better now. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe in a couple of years, things will change much better in that way.
Thank you. So we are at 2:49, 2:50. We will thank you all for joining us on stage and sharing your thoughts. Congratulations again for the winning team. We're hoping that you will build a big company, a unicorn. No, I'm saying you're going to build a big company, a unicorn.
She's mentioning a company name.
Yes, Viveda. Wow, you want to advertise now? Viveda is the team. Pavitra is your name. Now I remember. So, thank you. So with that, I'll invite the next team. Easy, safe, secure, lock to access.
A very warm good afternoon to jury members and all over here who have presented here. I'm K. Keeti from Dr. Lankapalli Bulaya College of Engineering, and these are my teammates Madhishani and Shivaram. We are all today present over here to present our idea for Young Engineer Dreamer Awards 2023, and we all know that in our olden days they don't use any locks, but nowadays everyone are using locks to their houses to keep their home more secured. Everyone wants to provide security to their houses, then only they can do their work in a peaceful manner at their workplaces. So our main motto of this idea is to provide security to the house. So we'll be saying that how we'll be providing the security to the house. We have came up with the features to avoid thefts who are trying to just trying to access our door without our permission. Thus all can be monitored by ourselves. So we came up with an idea called Islate, easy, safe and secure lock to access. Actually, we have ensured the security it is remote access. The user can access the door lock from anywhere, from any place. From his workplace also, he can easily access his door lock. Actually, both the parents are working nowadays and their children are going to the schools. And children they were very small kids, while maybe their shifts might be at until 6 or 7. The children may come at 5 o'clock, so that the children, if we give them a key to access the door, they might not able to open the door by themselves, or even they can lose the key also. So the parent can monitor that when they reach the home, so they can immediately open the door from their workplace itself. They don't need to come to home to just open the door lock for them. And even if we take another example, like even any of the guests also comes to our home, we'll be waiting them outside until we reach the home. By keeping this all in our mind, so we came up with an idea that it should be accessed from anywhere for the authorized person, so that it won't be discomfortable for them who wants to enter to their house. And even while going to the tours also, they can keep monitoring that is it opened or being closed, or any unauthorized person is trying to access to their home. People, some of them, they'll plan to go into trips for 6 months and those all. Until then, that they doesn't come back to home. So they might not face any issue, they don't have any tension that is it all safe in our house, or did anyone came. They doesn't have the tension. Why? Because they can monitor that is it opened or not. And we'll be providing the key features, like password can only be changed by the authorized person only, if once it's fixed. And multiple access to the family members is being given. Not only one user, the whom all family members will be, they all can be accessed. And even if any unauthorized person tries or invalid attempts has been done, then immediately an alert message will be receiving to the user. If in case he doesn't sees that alert message within 5 minutes, then immediately an alarm rings in his phone, so that he'll be alerted that someone is trying to open his door. And our main vision is to increase the levels of security and provide the best security services in the country. And a lock is so easy to access through mobile phone with traditional key lock, and even with the mobile phone access, we can easily access a door lock with keypad, remote access, and those all. It's easily accessed. And we are providing the security also, like no one doesn't tries to hack it or those all. Like we'll be using hash codes, we'll be providing symmetric and asymmetric keys will be generated, and execution while we are installing this to the door, it doesn't take much time, and we'll be giving a demo to the user also how to use it and all. Yeah, thank you. Now my friend Madhushalini continues.
Thank you, Katie, for the valuable information. So, good afternoon, everyone. Today I want to talk about BLE Mode and NRF Connect as a proposed electronic door lock system. So, BLE mesh system is electronic technology, networking technology that allows multiple BLE devices to communicate and connect with the other devices. BLE mode is generally a tiny device that is helpful for communicating with the other device. We have number of advantages over the traditional network system. It is more secure, reliable, and scalable because it uses distributed mesh system, which can connect each and every device can relay messages to the other devices. It is generally a new technology, but it has a potential to revolutionize the way we connect the other devices. Whereas in the NRF Connect is generally a mobile application that is used to connect and manage the BLE devices. Here, BLE devices are generally a wireless communication protocol that is used to design the low range and the short range communication. So it has various of applications like smartwatches, fitness trackers, and many more. It is used to scan for the Bluetooth low range devices for BLE and read and write data for BLE devices. It discovers many features and services offered by the BLE devices, and It allows or enables notifications regarding provided by the PLE, and it is used to connect the various devices that is included in the network. So I would like to call my friend Shivaram to continue with the remaining slides.
By using this NRF current mobile app, we can access it remotely anywhere in the world. By using this application, even if a person is somewhere else, they can simply access the door lock. If some unauthorized personnel tries to enter the house, a message or a alert or alarm is set on the mobile or on the application or on the lock. Whenever this happens, a person can know if unauthorized person is trying to enter the home. We are using Bluetooth low energy devices, so here they have a longer lifetime. They can't go down so easily. Now going to details of budget, we are using an Arduino which costs 1112 and a 4x4 matrix, which is basically a keypad. We have a keypad attached to the lock, as well as a person can enter the correct password using their mobile. There are two features for implementing this. When we have a lock, we have 12 volt solenoid lock which costs 600 and a relay 5 volt which costs 250, a Bluetooth module to communicate remotely from a distance. The thing which differentiates our application from other applications is that we use it remotely, using Wi-Fi modules and Bluetooth modules. Other applications don't have this kind of features mentioned here. Under 12 volt power supply, the Wi-Fi connection should be there, or internet connection should be present at both the lock side as well as the user side who is using the application. This is the picture which we are going to implement it. Due to some technical difficulties, we didn't bring model as of right now. My friend will show the implementation details, how this model is going to work.
What's happening? You can see it on the screen. No. You can see it on your screen and can't see it there.
This is an animation video, so it's not playing. Both here too.
You want to download it? Do it right there. Yeah.
this is the main area of project. We did a MVP product for this, but we simply enter the password and if the password is correct, it enters it. We did have to implement the mobile features for this. The user enters the password. And if the password entered is correct, the user gets entry to the house. If not, alert or a alarm is sent to the user who is using the application. Here we are using asymmetric and symmetric algorithms such as RSA and DES so that when other persons like gets enter the house, we are providing them with features like a one-time key or a key which only remains for a few times, so that they can enter the house safely. Whereas the main persons have a key which doesn't change. We are using symmetric algorithms for it. Now my friend Kiti will explain.
As we have mentioned in the budget details, we have used an Arduino and 4x matrix keypad and a LCD, and we have used a breadboard also, and we have used a resistor also, and we have used a servo meter. Servo meter shows the the door has been opened and closed. If we observe here, I have set a password like 4567. As I enter the password, the door gets opened, and even the buzzer sound also rings. And next, within 5 seconds, the door will be automatically closed. If the user forgets to relock its door, then the door will be relocking itself within 5 seconds. I have set the time for 5 seconds. So within 5 seconds, the door will be relocked. If I enter a wrong password, then it says that the code is incorrect and get away. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if you have any doubts.
Good afternoon. That's okay. I think I'm okay. I'm now audible. Yeah, maybe because I'm invested into an IoT company, and we deal with products similar to this, home automation. Do you know that there's already a product with a 6-way unlocking, BLE, Wi-Fi, keypad, mechanical key, NFC card. There's 6 ways in which you can, keypad is PIN. It's already there, and it's around 10,000 rupees. In China, you get it for 4,000 rupees. Is the market launch if you buy in bulk, 100 and above. And people here, after rebranding it, putting it all together, they just buy it 5,000 to 6,000 rupees. They rebrand it and put a 50% on that and then sell it. So this is BLE and Wi-Fi are also integrated. You can use Wi-Fi, you can use BLE. If that is not there, local BLE, it is even if you come nearby and with your this thing, without even through the beacon, you can directly also connect and then open it and all that stuff. So how is your product going to be different, which is already there, the solution?
Actually, the continuous monitoring is not done anywhere, sir. Like how many times the door has been opened.
No. all the data is there, and it is live on your mobile. It is live. It tells you whether what condition it is, and when it was opened for how. Yeah, you said right. How many times in a day was open, when, who entered, along with. Now, if you pay a little bit more, there is also video camera onto it, and it will record who entered and who exited, all that stuff also. Have you really did a market study before you entered in doing this project?
Actually, we have seen like. We have seen that there is a like with keypad we can enter it. Have seen it, sir. Like just from the like near to the door only we can just access it.
No. This is keypad is one this thing. Just go to Amazon and say locking systems. Or you can say BLE locking systems or Wi-Fi locking systems. You will find all of these 5-way, 6-way unlocking systems, locking and unlocking. Yeah.
Sir, from any place we can easily access it, sir. It's not available. I hope so. Like.
No, it is there. Then, what is that ad? It is long back. Mahesh Babu switching on and switching off his Lloyd's AC from that's this technology is
So,
about 6,
for
7.
ACs and those all it's there, but for the lock it's not.
No, it is 7 years old, 6, 7 years old. I know that pre-COVID. It was launched pre-COVID. We have the product. I can also show you a product in demo. If you go to APIS, which is Rishikonda, you can see the product in demo. And we have also a demo in Dwarkanagar. We have a a demo office, which that's what I said. You can mechanically do it. You can do it with key. You can do it with pin. You can do it with. You can enable which all these things, one or many. You can do it with Wi-Fi, you can do it with the BLE, you can do it with NFC.
Sir, but we are integrating this all, sir, like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and the traditional key and with the digital key. I hope it's like different.
That's why again you're not getting 6 ways, including NFC card.
Yeah, sir. To the houses, it's not available, sir.
It is.
Like,
I'm saying
to
home
the
automation.
middle class houses. Sir, in our
The cost
area, no one is.
go to, you're not talking about a project cost of about 7,000-8,000. The complete project with installation and support is 10,000 rupees per one installation. It is, you just go search Google, you will get it.
So when you mentioned that I hope, so have you searched and then you are saying it? Or you are just
Sir, actually I have seen that the keypad is available just.
No, like, just want to understand what kind of research you have done to come up with this problem statement. When you mentioned that you hope, right? Did you search on Google or not?
No, sir, actually.
So it is your gut feeling you are saying, right?
10,491 or something.
Sir, but the features differ.
That's what.
No, that's okay. There is a lack of research on your part.
Sir, actually we didn't include fingerprint also.
Oh, your fingerprint is also there.
Yeah, we didn't include it.
I was forgetting the 6th one, which is fingerprint. Thanks for telling me that. Yeah. That's okay. No, you've done a very, I know because you didn't do that, genuinely had an idea and you did all this. Very good effort, but think beyond. There's also video included in that. There's a video camera also. This is 25,000, which captures everything, keeps it on the cloud.
But sir, the price efficiency also, sir.
No, this is there for 10,000.
Yeah, but still with little price decrease, we can do it, sir.
No, you can try, but in India, because this is what is the reality of the market. See, it is your assumption versus reality. All the products have to be imported again from China. India is still not have fab facility. It is costlier to do it in India.
Sir, if we develop this one, it will be an Indian product, not the Chinese one or something.
But it will be 20,000 in India. Will you buy another phone, which is other than MI, which is all the facilities, which is 15,000? You'll say it is 25,000, but it is India. India is a very price-sensitive market. Indians don't care. Patriotism will come second. First will come the price.
This Amazon 5-way locks 15,000, 18,000.
Sir, we can develop it for the lower cost than that, sir.
No, we are looking at innovative idea, not the
cost is one thing. But
sir, actually, the guest entry place, if a guest wants to enter to our house, then for them the password has been given only once, sir. Means like this one is the added in future. If a guest wants to enter to our house and we are somewhere else at our workplace, uh, so that we can give a temporary password to the guest.
Yeah. That's what is there in the current products is you can give them one-time expiry PIN, which they use it once. After that, you will never be able to use that PIN again. PIN will automatically change to the original one. These
Well,
features are already
actually,
there.
I feel that these are not advised.
No. I know it's market study. That's okay, but think of a different application rather than home because it's already there. That's the only thing.
That's called
Even
OTP access.
we can give a.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, OTP access.
Sir, even we can use
The
a
same
blink.
thing is also now being used in large, what you say, there's communities, gated communities. So you don't need a security, you give a OTP, they open it with that OTP, it goes as an SMS to the guest, he just enters the OTP, the boom raises and you enter. So and it's not costly, it's 20,000-30,000 and all that stuff, these are now coming to the market. That's okay, no. And, think of a different application as well as home is already.
Kirti, relax.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All they're telling you is there is something like this. Go look it up.
You'll have to put it a little bit more of thinking to it and come with applications beyond home. That's it.
You want to show something?
Yeah.
Oh, at least you should watch your prototype. This will very it will help that it really shows your effort.
Paper. ఈ పేపర్ సార్ ఇంకా ఇమేజ్ సార్ స్టడీ మెటీరియల్ ఆ స్టడీ మెటీరియల్లో ఇక్కడ సార్ ఇంకా పైన సార్ Sir, this is the prototype ones.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay, that's good.
Sir,
Any questions for this thing?
I'm sorry.
but sir, I hope it's not accessed from anywhere, sir. From any place.
Yes, Wi-Fi, because you cannot also not access it without Wi-Fi, right?
Yes.
It's Wi-Fi enabled. Why is the Wi-Fi enablement? It is basically any equipment in the home automation system, whether it's geyser, light, this thing, lock. Once it's on Wi-Fi, it is accessible. I'll tell you what additional innovation happened in this. Even when the Wi-Fi is gone, when the Wi-Fi is over, can this be operated from anywhere without Wi-Fi? In your case. What happens?
Actually, for home, Wi-Fi is required, sir, but for the user's phone, no need of internet connection. With the app, he can open it.
No, from anywhere, from office,
Yeah.
there's no Wi-Fi at home. But you're outside in a theater and you want to.
Srinivas also has a question.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm saying.
Sir, actually, we need to our house we need the Wi-Fi, sir. But at our workplace, we doesn't want any Wi-Fi or anything, sir. Like
How will the communication go without the Wi-Fi? From the mobile
he will,
unlock, lock, unlock.
he'll get the messages, sir. Like now, normal messages are coming, right, sir, to our mobile phone. Normal messaging.
SMS.
It is SMS.
Yeah, yes, sir.
SMS instruction, yes, you can do it. But what?
And even, sir, the circuit can
No,
also
only
be
my
auto.
okay, simple question.
Yeah.
If there is no Wi-Fi at home, can you operate it?
No, sir.
Then we
Wi-Fi.
have the new invention is a mesh network which works totally on Bluetooth, and it works because each device that is set up for a light and for fan and all that, they are usually set up behind the keyboards. They start talking to each other when the Wi-Fi is off, and then you can still unlock. I'm talking newer innovation that has happened.
Yeah.
It's called
Sir,
mesh network.
actually, and another future is the circuit can be like auto charges, sir. We are using batteries and all those
It operates on the AA batteries, 2 AA batteries, and it operates.
sir, it may be batteries may run out and it may faces that issue, right, sir? With the help of the circuit which we are designing, it's helped to recharge the battery by itself.
Okay, without any power source, how will it recharge?
Yes, by doing changes in the circuit, sir, we'll be using in the circuit itself. We'll be doing it, sir. With the circuit, we'll be getting that charging efficiency, sir. The batteries will be getting auto charged.
So once you put 2 AA batteries
Yes,
for
sir.
a lifetime, you
Yeah,
can,
yes, sir. No need to change
because
it.
this is uninterrupted. You're creating an uninterrupted power supply for a lifetime.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Then you have cracked a huge world problem. If you do that in a mobile, I'll never need to charge it again. No, I'm saying I think you're thinking something different. You need to go back to your basic this thing because there's nothing. Somewhere the energy is being consumed. How will you recoup it back without another energy source coming into it? Either some mechanical or
Sir,
something.
actually,
Even
without-
if you said some people doing the lock unlock and then with that it is charging
Yes,
and
sir.
there is a dynamo and
Sir, then why will I say that if some people will go into the tours for 6 months or 1 year, they will come and they won't come back again. Then the battery starts over, then it will fail, right, sir? So that we have things that
That's right.
auto circuit charging the batteries will be automatically charged without changing
There is
it.
a life of the battery. You cannot say that it will be unlimited life of a battery unless it's nuclear powered. One, if you are using the regular lithium batteries which are driven maximum 1 year, even if you're putting them in idle mode. Third thing, what happens is that's the reason the ATKI is also given. Next is until unless you have a direct power supply, some people do that. It is very difficult for you to recharge the batteries, rechargeable batteries and other stuff. I'm saying, please relook into it if it's a standalone only with the 2 AA batteries. You will never get it for 5 years, 10 years with the 2 AA batteries. If you grant that, you can immediately talk to the Amar Raja guys and all that, and you crack the big energy.
Sir, actually we can do it, sir. Auto
Did you do it? This is not going to end now.
Yes.
So we need to take it outside this forum. You are in town. You are in Visakhapatnam, Bolai College.
Yes.
Yeah, he's in town at Ahab. You can meet later. You can come. You're always welcome to meet us at Ahab. We can work on it.
Half kilometer
Sir,
Yeah, half a kilometer away. No response. Done. The time is
sir,
done.
just last point.
You can talk often. No, we're done. We have to get going. Thank you for your persistence. No, this is good stuff. You have conviction, so you're fighting back. That's good. So the final team today, we're looking at utilization of waste materials for precast building components.
ఇంకా దీంట్లో ఫేస్ రికగ్నిషన్ వాయిస్ రికగ్నిషన్ కూడా వచ్చింది ఈ లాక్ అన్లాకింగ్ ఓకే దిస్ ఫేస్ అండ్ వాయిస్ hilarious dentist when he comes and tries to say he doesn't recognize
his voice. Yeah.
Today reuse for a better tomorrow. A warm and pleasant good morning to all the dignitaries who are present over here. I am Monica and these are my teammates Jahnati and Mastan. We are from 3rd BTech Civil Engineering branch of Vaishnav Institute of Technology, Bhimvara. First of all, I thank each and everyone who are present over here for giving us this great opportunity to speak before you all. Today, we have come up here with an engrossing and fascinating project called Utilization of Waste Materials for Precast Building Components in Remote Locations. Before going to the introduction, let me tell you what is meant by precast. Precast means being concrete that is cast in the Precast means being concrete that is cast in the form of structural elements such as panel or beam before being placed in its final position. Now let me tell you the brief introduction about our project with a simple and clear example. In this picture, we can observe a person with shelter and without shelter. Whenever the climatic conditions changes, that the heavy rainfall or thunderstorms occur, the condition of a person with shelter is much better than the condition of a person without shelter. So, the main theme of our project is to construct building components using waste materials. Our project even helps to provide shelter economically to the people who are leading nomadic life. Nowadays, uses of precast panels was very high. So, we are thinking to construct precast panels using waste materials. Our project work intends to be more economical as we are using local raw materials which are treated as waste materials. You may think like precast panels are already available in the market, right? So what is unique about your area? Let me tell you. The uniqueness about our idea is we are providing the precast panels which are made by the waste materials. Even though precast panels are available in the market, they are expensive and demand high. So we are constructing this in order to help the community and to fulfill the needs of the community. So the main target of our community is we are targeting the communities like rural and tribal communities who cannot afford for the building simple components due to their lower economical situations. So we are going to reduce the price from non-economical to economical in order to help the people who are leading nomadic life. So target community. In this, we are going to concentrate that the expense of the products we are going to reduce from non-economical to economical in order to improve the living standards of the people. So thereby development of the country will also occur. So our project not only improves the living standard of the people but also it is very high in safety and secure. These are the materials and properties that we have used for making our project. Initially, we have selected 8 materials for 8 different waste materials that are coconut shells, steel slag, plastic waste, ceramic waste, recycle aggregates, rubber, brick debris, snail shells. In that we have selected only 5. You may think like she selected initially 8, right? Why she is saying only 5? Because whenever we test this, we have got 5 materials which shows better compressive, tensile and flexure strengths. So we have selected those 5 materials. So let me tell you the methods and methodology. Anyway, for preparing the concrete mix, we have to follow a certain procedure, right? So we are following this procedure to prepare the concrete mix. Initially, we are collecting the raw materials which are available for us in the nearer areas. In this project, we have taken coconut shells, brick debris, ceramic waste, snail shells, steel slag, etc. So, after collecting the materials, we have did material processing, that is cleaning of the materials and removing impurities and contaminants present in the material. After that, if required, we have crushed the material into the desired shape. After that, we have did mix design and batching. For a normal concrete mix, the mix design is we will mix cement, fine aggregates, coarse aggregates and water. But in our concrete design, we are mixing cement, fine aggregates, coarse aggregates along with waste materials and including water. And batching. Batching means measurement of ingredients that we are using for making this concrete mix. Next, mixing. We will collect all the components and we will mix all the components by adding water until it attains uniform consistency. And the next one is preparation of mold. Before mixing all the components, we will initially prepare the mold into the desired shape and size. And next one is casting. In this, casting is nothing but pouring of the concrete mix in the desired mold. See, this casting involves compaction methods. Compaction methods are mainly two. One is vibratory and another one is tamping. Any of the method we will follow in order to remove the air voids present in the concrete mix. And next, for easy remolding, we will apply the grease or oil to the mold inside to the inner walls in order to make easy for remolding. And next one is curing. Curing will be done for 28 days in order to attain the strength of the concrete mix. And the next, the precast panel will be ready. So these are the pictures when we have taken while we are practically doing this project. So we have casted cubes in our laboratory. These are those pics, and this is the pic while we have taken while during curing. And these are the panels which we have made practically in our college. This is the panel which we assembled in our college with the help of the management support. So we are thinking to use this precast panels not only for the boundary walls, and also we are thinking to use for drainage blocks. So these are the tests that we have conducted while making this concrete mix. We have conducted compressive strength in order to check the strength of that concrete mix, and tensile strength in order to check for elongation, and finally flexural strength for finding the deformation. And these are the results that we have got while doing this experiment. When we have partially replaced 30% of steel slag with concrete mix, we have got compressive strength 45.35. And when we have replaced 10% of coconut shells with concrete mix, we have got 42.48. And whenever we replace 5% of brick debris with the concrete mix, we have got 20.4. And whenever we replace ceramic waste 5% with the concrete mix, we have got 36.51. And when finally snail shells, we have replaced 5%, and then we got 31.52. And these are the results for tensile strength. In this tensile strength, we will get the elongation. So these are also same like compression strength. We got these values when we have replaced 30%, 10%, 5%, and etc. all. And coming to the discussions, whenever we have replaced 10% of coconut shells in the mixed design, we have got that 20% of the compressive strength has increased. And whenever we replace 30% of steel slag in concrete mix, we have got 25% strength got increased. In the same way, brick debris, when we have increased 5%, even though it is a 5%, we have got better improvement in the strength. And ceramic waste, when we have taken 5%, if we have 10%, if we have added, we got 10% increase in the strength. And coming to the snail shells, if we have added 5%, it got increased to 15%. This is the budget. If the size of the panel is 7 feet into 1 feet into 1 by 6 feet, the cost will be the slide it. For normally we did volume of panel for each unit length, that is 1 feet into 1 feet into 1 by 6 feet, that is 1 by 6 feet in the sense 2 inches. For that cement we have required is 2.015 kgs, and fine aggregate is 2.569 kgs, and coarse aggregate is 6 kgs, and brick dust is 0.435 kgs, and steel is 131 grams. And for each panel the cost is 70 rupees. And for if we want to construct these panels in the 1 square, in the 1 acre, then the cost will be normally, without including waste materials, the cost will be 9,80,000. If we included this waste materials, the cost will be 6,86,000. Yearly we are observing the difference for 2,94,000. And coming to the conclusion, as we are the civil engineers, civil engineering is considered as mother of all engineering branches. We are thinking to look after all the people, including looking along with the development. So we have come up with this project. These concrete panels are not only used for these precast panels are not only used for boundary walls, but we can also even construct buildings, drainage blocks, and washroom roofs. See, in villages, many people like girl child is really facing many problems due to without washrooms without roofs. So for that we can implement this. Even our government nowadays is giving free land sites for people who are leading nomadic life. So in that, government can also use this waste materials for building this building blocks. And our future scope is, with the help of our management, we are thinking to start a small startup in our college. That our college management said that they will provide a land in Anamaduru near to our college. That is our college site. So we are thinking to start a small startup scale business. It went for patent also. And we are thinking to replace cement with silica fume, which provides better, thereby the cost also will get reduced somewhat more. So he is our mentor, Alisha Garu, and these are my teammates. And one more thing I want to conclude is that many people will think like, if I do, what I'll get, right? See, I'll tell you with a beautiful example. Suppose on a white wall, if we keep a black dot, on very first day it will look like a dot. But after 10 to 15 days, keep continuously beside that dot, it will look like a line. So in the same way, don't think that only you are doing. Who knows, many people may get inspired by you. And this is the hard copy of our patent. Any queries, sir?
You made a lot of enemies just now.
Yeah, exactly. Civil engineering is the mother of all engineering. Somebody, okay, there is a comment saying mechanical is the father.
That means other engineerings are byproducts of that. Yeah. So, say you discussed about.
In the olden days, there used to be civil engineering and military engineering. That's how civil has come to work.
It used to be civil engineering, like my father's time, and military engineering.
But civil engineering somehow has become synonymous with sand, aggregated. Now, my question is, you got a 7 feet panel. Thickness is 1/6 foot, you said. And I think some width, I don't know.
Width is 7 feet, sir.
Are you doing it without any reinforcement?
No, sir. We are providing reinforcement, sir. Steel.
You have to put it because you have not shown reinforcement. Otherwise, the tensile strength would not be. That. The second thing is you have used all these panels only for sort of enclosing compound wall.
Not like that, sir. We
Have
can...
you tried it in the roof?
No, sir. We haven't tried, but we have tried for.
It's not jumped over that. The reinforcement aspects have not been done.
Not like that, sir. Actually, it is in the demonstration for this tax.
Now my doubt is, once you start putting reinforcement, you have got to put reinforcement. At least a mesh you have to start putting it to get the required tensile strength. How will be the bondage? All those feet and coconut fiber and snail.
Sir, actually, fly ash is a cementitious material, sir, which improves the bonding, sir.
Madam, what is the formula of fly ash?
Fly ash, we are using fly ash.
What is the formula? Chemical formula of fly ash? This is a beautiful job. I like it. In fact, your hard copies, you have delivered better than what it has been in the step by step, nicely well. But the only thing is, I have my own doubts about the reinforcement aspects.
Yes, sir.
Once you put the reinforcement, what would be the bondage like? You said you won't do any tamping.
We will do. I mentioned that we will do tamping.
Okay.
Sorry to say that, sir. I have mentioned that we will do tamping in order
Yes,
to
tamping
avoid.
is done.
Basically, the homogeneity of the block, the panel, whatever you call, after it gets set, is very important. Otherwise, it will be disastrous. People will die. So those aspects, anyway, your work is very good because you have done a lot of tests on the products. You show the curves. That's very good. But these are few things which I noticed.
Actually, after placing that concrete in the mold, we'll keep it for
Again,
24
I
hours.
want to warn you, if you are using this in the load bearing locations, you have got to be a little more wary.
Sure, please. See, there you have got a GSW colored sheet on the top. Hardly has any weight. This you have used it only as a enclosing panels.
Panels for enclosing all around. It's not a load carrying.
Anyway, let me conclude that these are not suitable for load carrying applications.
We will work on it, sir.
You have to work on this. You have to work on this because I have a sort of a doubt about it. The moment you start putting reinforcement there, two things are there. Reinforcement has got to be almost exactly in the middle of the slab, isn't it? And with all the, you put that like wire and then snail shells and whatnot. And you said you are going to put fly ash also. Fly ash basically is a good filler material, that's all. It doesn't contribute to the strength of the slab. So I was only wondering how you could accommodate the reinforcements. You know, you are not touched about it. The presentation is always good.
Any more questions?
Yeah, I have just one small question. What about the durability with respect to the time?
We have durability test also. We have durability test with HCLs.
One last question. I have a feeling that this is already done. Is it an innovation?
No, sir, yes, sir, innovation.
Now that you have applied for a patent,
Yes, sir.
is it accepted?
Yes, sir, patent approved.
In what?
Hard copy of
Provisional patent.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh. Fine.
But I thought this fly ash was used in the past for making bricks and
Yes, sir, we can also use it.
Fly ash is basically used as a filler.
Yes, sir. Sir, the fly ash, C will, is having cementitious properties, sir. It improves bonding, sir.
In
So
silicon,
for that we
mostly
have,
silica is there. In a fossil fuel, all the volatile matter is burned. What is left is mostly silica. SiO2. And if you
So it's fly ash that they make bricks out of it. The cement that actually does the
sir,
trick.
even we have made bricks using plastics, plastic waste.
that-
We have not included
Yeah,
in
in
this,
this you
sir.
have shown plastic waste also. I see.
Yes, sir, we have made bricks
Very good.
using
All those
plastic
things are
waste.
very nice. It saves money. But basically, when you start using this in place of load carrying members, you have got to be wary because human life will be. That's
what is the flexural strength it is?
Flexible, deformation, bending, sir.
Is it not comparable with the concrete?
Yes, sir, we can do for concrete.
No, it's not.
Is it not comparable with concrete?
We can compare. It shows same flexure strength, sir. When
So
normal concrete.
why can't it be used as the slab on top, load bearing?
Actually, we haven't got the sir. Normally, we thought to provide that type of slab, sir. So, as we showed in the figure, we thought to use that type of sheet.
Okay, one last question. I got a question from Dr. Rajat now from BE. He's saying he appreciates. It's a very thorough presentation. But are these kind of tiles not
being made elsewhere also?
No, sir, not made. Sir, normal precast panels are made, sir. But precast panels with waste materials, that partial replacement with waste materials is not made, sir.
Oh. What's new in your project?
That is using waste materials, sir. Nominal concrete, they have made panels, sir. But using waste materials, no one made till now, sir.
Okay. In fact, what about these panels which are used for making roads and sidewalks and all that?
We can try, sir, but initially we are trying for drainage blocks, sir.
Hmm.
And we are thinking to construct boundary walls, washroom roofs, these all.
Okay. So you in fact expanded the utility,
Yes.
increased the application. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your valuable.
Yeah, one suggestion in AHUB, go meet these. You can also search, note it down, Green Jams. They no, I'll tell you what they're doing. They have 130 crore total leads, and they're now 4 plants. They're startup, but they're exactly doing this. They have replacement for red brick, equal cost, and they are 70% crop residue. They're solving the pollution problem with only 30%, 20% slag and 10% some binder. And the properties are much higher. All your listing, they're the first world's environmental carbon negative certified construction equipment, which is a brick. So go and talk to them for consulting. They're also patented. It's 7-8 years of patent from IIT Roorkee. That guy is a PhD in civil engineering. So talk to your another mother in civil engineering, and then get to know. You do the mother to mother talk, and then they have a plant in Delhi, Meerut, now Vizag, Ranchi, and Hyderabad. You will get a lot of input from them. Okay?
Thank you for the information. Thank you.
So the materials.
Hello. And yes. Oh, I got.
Any questions for the team? No, they're not done.
Yeah.
You were finishing all the questions while you were talking.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, I'm not. Yeah, so all the data they said but I already sent this. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Since all the 6 presentations are done, we can relax a little bit. The ceremony will start about 4:15. As soon as the chief guest and guest of honor arrive, we'll start it. Okay? The award ceremony. Well, they worked so hard to get an award. Oh, sorry, I forgot again. Good to see you, Alan. I'm just now there. We promised this Zoom call. Seniors who didn't show up.
Yeah, the startups.
Okay. You sent it to me on WhatsApp, right?
Dr. Vadapalli, can you please tell us your 100 rupee story?
Okay, upon popular request. Kirti, upon popular request, I'm asked to share a story. While I'm waiting for this link to show up,
So this is got locked.
That's not locked.
You will never be able to fill it.
So, okay, I got the link. The popular the request is to relate a story that I tell many of the students whenever I get to interact with them.
Oh, please.
Okay, this is for you, so you have to listen to me.
And others.
And others too. There are 3 things I usually talk about, but now I was asked to talk about the 100 rupee note. Maybe I should just tell the whole thing so it's easier. You all are trying hard to innovate and find a solution for a real world problem around you, right? There are three things you want to remember. Hammer, Sutti, 100 rupee note, and grandmother. You want to remember these three. Why? Because oftentimes we get into this fallacy that because we have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. If you're up against a log and you have to break it into pieces, you cannot use a hammer. You have to figure out how to find a saw and use it. So we know one tool and we are going to apply that tool to every problem we see is not going to work. That's one. Number two, 100 rupee note. Imagine yourself walking down a street. You have other people walking down and you see this 100 rupee note on the street and you suddenly want to pick it up because it's 100 rupees, it's worth something. But then you also should think, or you'll notice, nobody's picking it up. Everybody's just walking past it. It can't be that nobody saw that. So somebody probably saw it and they decided not to. So you want to pause and think, is that really the 100 rupee note that I think it is? How does that relate to what you're doing? You may find a solution that sounds like the best fit to whatever problem you're thinking about. And it may be that you are the one brilliant person that came up with the idea, but you want to pause and think, is it really that easy? Why didn't somebody else come up with this idea? Or am I the only brilliant person that happened to be at the right time at the right place? Both are possible, so you want to pause and think. The third one is grandmother. It can be anybody who is not connected to what you're working on. I use grandmother because they're 2 generations removed from us and it's unusual that they know everything that we know in our world. So if you come up with a solution, I would strongly advise you to go to your grandmother or somebody completely disconnected to whatever you're working on, sit them down and explain it to them in a way that they will completely understand. You will know when they understand. If you are successful, then you have a solution. So you want to remember these. Hammer, 100 rupee note and grandmother. With that, let's see if we can connect to these absent seniors who left our friend here alone, high and dry. Oh. Yeah. Post meeting is ended.
Old canteen.
So who's speaking? Abdullah is speaking. Abdullah, can you hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? I can't hear. Okay, what do we do? Sound? Locations. I don't know. Your Zoom link. It's connecting, but I can't hear him or see him. He's on mute from my system. Yeah, okay, he's not on mute now. But I can't hear him. Can you hear me, Abdullah?
Ask him to type a message in the chat.
Can you type a message? Okay, you can hear, but we can't hear you. It's probably because of this Wi-Fi based connection to the speakers. So we don't have a speaker for this.
On your laptop, at least you should hear it.
I can't hear anything because it's connected. So why don't we do this? Since the judges are about to relax in the next room, right? You can go spend a couple of minutes just presenting it to them on this laptop.
Why don't you
I'll disconnect it.
try on the phone itself?
I'll disconnect it and maybe we can.
ఫస్ట్ లిస్ట్ పంపించాను కదా అదే వాళ్ళకి ఎవరు ఛాన్స్ వాళ్ళకి అదే ఓకే నా లిస్ట్ దివాకి లాస్ట్లో ఉంటే తీసి వేరే వాళ్ళు పెంచాను థ్యాంక్ యూ
Hello? He's on mute. We can call it quits. Okay, well, we tried. It's okay.
Hey, in here.
We can hear it from there, but I gotta hear Abdullah. I think it's okay.
I have one question to ask. You all made presentations. Some of you will watch the presentations, others speaking. Are you happy with the presentations which you have made yourselves? How many of you have studied in English medium and up to +2 intermediate? All of you must have studied. How many of you studied in Telugu medium? I have studied in Telugu medium up to intermediate. Okay. See, even today, if you ask me, I can write well in Telugu. I can understand well. In fact, if somebody in the family has a doubt about some word, I explain to them in Telugu. It doesn't mean that I don't speak in English or I don't communicate. Communication is something which other person wants to understand you. If you cannot communicate in the language of the person which understands, put in the point and communicate. That's one. You had a lot of slides. In fact, Kabra Rajgaru wanted to restrict the number of slides. I told him no, if you restrict, they'll pack more information. But still, there's no limit on the number of slides. Still, each slide had so much of information. I didn't know whether to listen to you or read that content which was there. And some didn't have, some had irrelevant content on that slide, which was not relevant to what you are talking. Each slide you show it for about few seconds, maybe 5 seconds, 10 seconds. That should actually make an impact on the person who is seeing. It should help you to convey to that person emphatically, which you are not able to put it across in your words, show it in the picture. That is the use of slide. Not that what you cannot say it, convey it, speak because of the time restriction, you pack everything on the slide and leave it to the judge or the viewer to decipher for himself. It is below par, according to me. I don't want to, don't be discouraged, use it as a positive criticism. It's below par. Presentations were not good at all. I request the mentors to take more effort in the next year. If your mentors are not here, go back and tell your mentors this is what I've said. Thank you.
So would you like to say a few words? Would you like to say a few words, share your thoughts on the day?
Technologies, hello everyone. Technologies, they get outdated, but common sense doesn't get outdated. In fact, common sense gets updated, mellows, and it becomes wisdom. And wisdom is the fountainhead of all these innovations. So innovation is not documentation. Innovation is not slide. Innovation is idea. I'll tell you just, I was hearing to, I think, Urshid Batliwala, alumnus of IIT Bombay, the mathematics he studied there. And then he was talking about, he's a very interesting, he has become a monk, he talks very impactingly. He was telling about this example of zinc being extracted from the ore. For 4,000 years, Indians had a monopoly on this. The whole world, wherever you are, if you want zinc, you have got to come to India and buy. This technology was stolen from us by Chinese, and Britishers in turn stole it and marketed it big time. Now what is this great technology about? Zinc, when it is melted, it melts at 997 degrees centigrade. And at 1000 degrees centigrade, it becomes vapor. So you have got a window of just 3 degrees centigrade to capture it. Whole world was not able to do it. An Indian innovator just inverted the whole thing. He made the distillation unit upside down. In the top he has kept the zinc ore, added heat there. So the molten zinc falls down. In the process it even gets gasified. But in the bottom chamber there is a cooling environment. That's where the zinc is captured before it escapes. And with this technology, this small idea, India was ruling the roost in zinc manufacturing. And then I'll again repeat a story which I told in the first edition of this program. I was working in the Karanpura fields, NCDC, Coal India, in Burkunda. The coal comes in a lumpy form. It looks even like a black rock. So there is a shovel operator by name Thomas. His job is to pick up this coal, lift it, shovels at bottom opening. So lift this coal which is mined out and put it on a conveyor. The conveyor takes it and puts it on a
on a sieve where it is sized out and then it goes to a crusher. Sometimes some oversized stones used to come and damage the screen. Whenever the screen gets damaged, to fix it, it used to take anywhere up to 4 or 5 hours. A lot of production is getting lost. Though Thomas was not related directly with the crusher activity, he came up with a beautiful idea. He said, my shovel bucket, you please partition it into 4. So when I scoop it, the larger blocks won't come and the screen won't get damaged. That year, lo and behold, it happened. That year, Thomas was given Shambhi Award by the government of India. Now let us think, because there is some more time, I will tell third story. We heard about Archimedes. Archimedes was given a challenge once. Is my voice all right? Archimedes was given a challenge. The king has given him a crown, Sarka Taj. It's made of some metal, of course gold. There are no stones in that. Archimedes was given the challenge to find out the check whether it is pure gold or not. Archimedes had, by that time in those days, Archimedes knew that any material has got a specific gravity. A unit volume of that has to weigh so many kgs or grams or whatever it is. Now this Sarka Taj which the king has given, he said there should not be even a scratch on this. It should be intact. Find out whether the metal is pure gold or not. Now Archimedes knew how to weigh the crown, but he did not know how to find the volume of them because it is intricately carved. And the king said, gave a word of caution that you can't, there should not be even a scratch on that. Now he seized with the idea of finding the volume of a contoured ornament. Today, like on any other day, Archimedes went to the bathtub. Has gotten into the bathtub. When he has gotten into the bathtub, lot of water got displaced like on any other day, and it spilled out. Now today, Archimedes started wondering how much of water would have come out of the tub. Quite obviously, the volume of water that has come out should be equal to his own volume. Now, he ran. The story goes that he ran naked and all that. Eureka, shouting Eureka, he runs straight to his lab. He takes a cylindrical jar, fills it with water, marks the present level, and he puts the crown in that. The level raises, then increase in level, let us call it as dH, into pi r square, where r is the radius of cross section of the jar. That is the volume. Weight is known. So weight by volume is your density, and if the density is equal to the density of gold, you have got the answer. So that is it. What I was trying to say is that basically innovation is idea, not documentation and presentation. As Rear Admiral just now said, presentations could have been better. I mean, in fact, there is no need. In fact, because if your idea is original, quite obviously there should not be any reference books, bibliographies. It's very correct that there is a service provider, telecom service provider, who used to say, "Oh, idea జీవితాన్ని మార్చేస్తుంది." That idea we are looking for. Innovation is idea. Thank you. In fact, I should profusely thank Mr. Divakar Vadapalli for the great hospitality he has extended. I wish I had like it. Very much.
We all wish we are like you. No. Thank you. So we are waiting for the chief guest, the guest of honor is here. So the judges, if you want to relax in the next room, if you want to relax and talk, yes. coffee here. That means. Guys, it's tea and coffee. Tea or coffee or tea and coffee. You can drink both if you want. 2 cups of each. Okay, 4 cups of each. Don't kill me.
There is a correct question to ask. There is a question. Some basis. There is increases like that. So somebody by default is very it's not a meritocratic system. So in that case, what happens? He was not meant to be. For example, what happened when Sachin Tendulkar was made captain? He was not He was a good player, but he was not a good captain. Take it. Yes, right? Perform well. So there is the same case here also. Principal is not taking an action. We said I don't want big house, and those things. See, he will get thrown out by the system after he finishes his whatever the tenure is. I don't know what is our tenure for yeah. There must be some tenure there. After that, he will have to stay and someone will do it. So we are stuck with that. What is there around that? So see, sometimes it happens that saying sorry is better than. So sometimes it's better to do it. And if your intention is clear, and if you have a background of, like you example, what fun, like I don't know, studies. So for example, when I was studying, I never used to attend classes. I used to sit library. But again, there's a thing is, right? I was not sitting at my room. If I was sitting in my room, my professor wouldn't pick me up. I was sitting in the computer lab, I was sitting in the library. And both the guys knew. Computer lab guys knew that either I will be coding in the lab, or I will be sitting in the library reading books. Then I had to go for the who says, okay, fine, it's okay if you have got everything. So you cannot, see, when you want to take lay everything in the system, then you have to understand someone has to be there that he can say, yeah, I'm watching this guy, he's not doing something. So if I want to be like a and if someone says how you are doing it, like you need to have a champion with you. So either HOD should be there with you, or a professor should be there with you. You can fight with principals and be there. So what you do is you go and ask the principal for admission. Once you are right, you are right. Nice? Then what will happen if some conflict of interest happens? Then you are HOD will say, sir, you applied for your permission 2 times, 3 times. See, at this point you are able to do things. If your intention is clear, that has to be very, perfect. If your intention is not clear, then it doesn't make sense because then it will be caught. If your intention is clear, then you will find some champion from the lower, like the recognition. Please, if anything, we will support. Which require, like which has developmental rules, basically developer relations rules are there because they have some funds to put it into sponsoring. See, for example, companies which are development oriented, right? They obviously need some guys to be aware of their tools so that next time if you start using their tools, then you improve tools. So you need to reach out to that because plastic is there. Not yet, but see, all companies, developer oriented companies which are building tools for developers, they will have some funds to pump in for all these activities. Because see, for them, it's in a marketing. For example, if you Elastic is a search tool, I believe. Right? So if you want to start using their API, once you go to their company, you may start having their paid customers. They will spend marketing dollars on you because you are ultimately the customers of that company. So from there you can try to get the sponsorship for your swags, t-shirts, get money from them. So try to find company which has a development goals. Mostly the tool making companies, like companies which are making software tools for developers. They can like whether they're making APIs or they're making tools for developers. Because their marketing budget is allocated towards this kind of activities. They want to participate. For example, distribution is there. Right? Who uses distribution? Hosting guys. If you want to host anything, you will use distribution. So they may have some campus program where they will fund certain amount, either cloud credits they may give for food and F&B beverages. Like Google does it. Google can GDH, that's the Golden Development Program is more or less different again. These are all right, because Google is doing for developers. So they have funds available for doing sponsoring. They may not directly sponsor. See, again, it depends on the market scale the company is operating. So you need to find out companies which were recently funded but which are into developer tools. So they will have some marketing budget, where smaller marketing budget, but they will be interested in it. Because Google means everyone is asking for something, everyone knows about it, right? So they may not. You should try to find out take it from and move towards it. See, let's just take an example how to use a day-to-day application of the try to find a solution. I figure out there is something different. So many of them
సర్లే 5 కూడా పర్వాలేదు నాకేం పోయింది నీకు 50,000 వస్తే ఒక్కొక్కరు 10,000 వస్తుంది ఓ ఇట్స్ నాట్ పాస్ట్
First, find out its sharpness and concentrative mind. Then he says he has invented and sharing with us. This is what we call science and technology in the past, present, in the future also. It will go forever. It is needed. This all for what? Is it to please someone else, or is it to please God, the Creator, or to please yourself? If we question within ourselves, we get an answer. We want, every individual want to have some happiness, some peace of mind. For that only we struggle. Whoever struggling, for them we give claps and encouragement. This today's function also to encourage all of you and become great resource for the future humanity. But we should remember that whatever we receive from this nature, not from society alone, the whole nature, we should give back. We should give back. For that we have forceful mandate or liberal things. When we say forceful, law and order keeps balancing. Voluntarily those who want to do, it is called moral values. Moral values say same thing what we see on the roads or in theft thing goes, then these punishments are judges, police stations give the decisions. This all give us a single sentence, the clarity of the essence of this all moral values and law and order is called take less, give more. Take less, give more in every field, with everyone, in every stage of life. You will be God. But when we do reverse, take more, give less. Everybody wants like that, then becomes imbalance, fighting, quarrel, struggle. Because the more you take, you cannot enjoy it. more than needs makes you to serve that. This is nature of the law of nature. More than what you need, if you possess, that extra things will make you to serve. Not for you, they will not serve you. They get service from you. Then man will be stagnated, slavish life. That is called so many obstacles, whatever. So God has given everything. God is given, since God is given, so we should honest to Him, just to give respect or acknowledgement. Whatever we enjoy in this world, you may say, what is in between God? That I have worked hard, I got money, I enjoy. Even then, we cannot have control over our own body, mind. Then who is controlling? Something we say, some divine power or some unseen power, whatever, some God, Almighty, whatever may be. That is called, we call God, Bhagavan. So you take everything in this world, enjoy it, but remember, it is given by God. That is what in our Sanatana Dharma we say Naivedyam. Naivedyam means not to offer God to take, eat. No. If God starts eating, nobody will give Naivedyam. For what we give Naivedyam? What is meaning of Naivedyam? Naivedyam means just acknowledgement. Oh God, it is your property, your gift, that I am taking it to use for my sake, I am enjoying it. It is just, I am acknowledging. God says, yes. That is the whole essence of moral values. That is our culture, nature, that again we have to revive. Apart from this, inventing so many science and technologies, or balancing environments, or balancing these human mentalities, all will solve in one concept of the attitude. We should be for external world as well as to our inner world. So that attitude will change. That all Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, universe is my own, God is my own. If that concept is there, you will invent so many things which will be useful for whole humanity, not only for our Andhra University specifically, or in Andhra Pradesh or India, for whole world. So thank you, and all once again. So I have come here and be with you today evening. Thank you, namaskar.
Thank you, Swami. Now I'd request our chief guest, Professor V. Krishnamohan, to share his remarks with us.
Good evening, all of you. I feel very honored to give away the prizes to those winners in connection with Dr. GVV Rao Young Engineer Dreamer Awards 2023, conducted in 2024. And very learned personalities on the dais. Commander B.R. Razigar. Am I correct, sir? Commodore. Yes. Commander is different, Commodore is different. Yes, I know. Yeah, as NCC C certificate holder in Air Force. There's a huge variation, right? And also, along with me, the guest of honor, Swami Swasam very on the Secretary, RK Mission, Visakhapatnam. You have spoken very nicely. I don't know how many of you observed. At least few words. Very, very valuable words he has given to all of you in a very subtle manner. And at the outset, I appreciate all those participants and also the parents who encouraged such participants to take part in this competitive event. Mere participation is education. Whether you win or lose, or you don't win, just participation itself is going to create confidence in you. I am no way inferior to anyone. That should be the mentality right from your studies. Today India is highly progressive. We have proven our mettle in the world market. We are second to none in the world given the opportunity. So, as rightly observed by Raju, it is your out-of-box thinking and creativity which can be strengthened by your participation in such events like the event in which you participated just now is going to make all of you not only knowledgeable, it not only improves your confidence level, and I am remembering Swami Vivekananda's words, right? He advised the youth of India or youth of the world, stand up, arise. What does it mean? All of you can stand up, I know. There, believe in yourself. Do your part. Reward is yours. That should be your mentality. And never resort to any shortcuts. And right from your studies, today the new education policy 2020 is completely reoriented to give holistic personality. Not only focus only on education in the domain that you are pursuing, be it engineering or any other course, apart from the course structure, syllabus, books, whatever you read, exposure to all of you out of class. Education is not within the four walls of a university portal. Much of the education you can observe, you can experience outside education institution. That is how, when you participate in community engagement activities, how one can participate in community engagement? There may be several problems around you. You are part of society. All social issues, social challenges, the problems, unresolved, they need to be addressed by young and creative minds like you. That is one reason why I think in pitching competition, always the youngsters. The other day, I was giving away prizes even to school children, 8th standard. Can you imagine? They could compete with very elderly engineering graduates, startups. The ideas should have come from, at that age, one need to appreciate. Can you imagine at the 8th standard if somebody is participating along with others who are already experienced in several pitching competitions, taking a place. I remember 3rd place they got. Out of 125 teams, can you imagine? That means today's generation is very concerned, focused, and the only problem is inculcating value system without compromising on the discipline and patriotism towards your country, towards your society. That is what is required. How one can contribute? You are all engineers, right? Since this is meant for engineering graduates to encourage creativity in all of you, to bring out that and nourish your ideas, brilliant ideas, excellent ideas into solutions. At what level? local problems today, they are all global level challenges. I teach global marketing, right? This is the weakness of any teacher. I don't want to take much of your time. Ravi is already hinting. See, always we begin our global marketing lesson. Think always global, even to act local. This is not a new slogan, sir. This I have been teaching almost past 20 years in my class. When you want to do local business, there is competition not from local, not from state level, not from country level, from any part of the world. Therefore, if you are surviving in Indian environment, you can survive anywhere. That's one reason why people are going lakhs of students to US. Why are they getting employed? You can question yourself. They are giving not because of friendship between US and India. It is because of the talent. It is because of the hard work. It is because of the creativity. It is because of the devotion, dedication towards work. In India, the work culture is equated to divine. Like Indians, no other citizens in the world can work beyond office hours. Day before yesterday, somebody came from a multinational company. He was telling, every other country citizen leaves office. If at all any person working in the office, only the Indians. Until they are asked to go by the security, they will be working before systems. Can you imagine? It is sheer dint of hard work. That is how the Indian students, whoever is studying, whoever is employed, whoever is in the highest positions in multinational companies, not only US, I know a lot of executives who graduated from Andhra University, 38 batches I taught, 39th batch I am teaching now. They are around the world. You call Australia, you call America, England, even Italy, you name any country, I can give you instantaneously my student name in multinational companies, not small companies. That is how in NASA, do you know what percentage of Indians are working as scientists? This is published article officially in a magazine, published from US, SPAN. That gives enormous confidence in all of us, that we are second to none in the world. Given the opportunity, we know how to rise. But unfortunately, there is a very good observation. Now we are more towards materialistic thinking and materialism as a way of life. That is how people are undergoing stress. People are making their lives unhappy. What is the end goal of any human mind? How do I derive happiness and pleasure? It is not by your material possessions. That is the advice given by Guruji. When you are earning, equally important what you are giving back. There should not be any disproportion, and they should be made at least equal. When you are earning, it is your responsibility, duty. Never expect. Society has given an opportunity to grow up to this extent. On every student, if he or she graduates, what is the social cost? Several lakhs of rupees on each head. Whose money? It's a public money, it is society money. So when society has given opportunity to earn, educate yourself and live happily, same happiness should be shared. Your happiness becomes double. I always propagate, when you share your happiness with your friends, with your family, with your neighborhood, your happiness becomes double. More pleasure you derive. If happiness is within you, you can never completely enjoy. That's the point all of you need to know. Therefore, what is your social engagement? Right from your study days, you question yourself. As a student, what I can contribute? That is how 8 weeks community service project is made mandatory in every degree, including engineering degree, as all of you know in new education policy. What is the purpose? Why the new education policy, particularly our Prime Minister, is very particular about bringing reforms. Revolutionary changes took place, and also education should be relevant to the society, to the industry, to the context. Therefore, compulsorily one full semester is internship. We used to give 8 weeks project work. Ravi did 8 weeks project work in a big company. I believe even today that is turning point to him, because he did his project work in Pune or Mumbai with L&T. He is also an ordinary person when he joined MBA at Andhra University. So MBAs, he knows the networking, the caliber of students of Andhra University in every country, in every big companies, in top positions. Why our students as alumni, you'll be surprised to know my first batch MBA student, one girl from a highly traditional family, she has become president of a university, one of the biggest universities, Penn State University. 58,000 students on campus, can you imagine? They got 18 campuses in US. First women president in the entire history of 158-year-old university. So given the opportunity, I think Indians can perform, outperform anyone. That confidence you need to build in yourself. Be bold, be brave. Don't believe in negativity. Think always positive, think big. By participation, you should reinforce your knowledge, practical orientation of life, your community engagement, offering through divergent thinking, how one can create good solutions, creative solutions that are going to be economical, feasible, practical. Hitherto, never dreamt in this society should be addressed. How we can resolve such bigger issues in our society should be given orientation. You are not only engineering graduates, you are also social engineers if you truly engage yourself in social engagement. Right? I take the opportunity, congratulate all the participants with the great efforts, whoever has come, and also credit goes to the parents who accompanied, encouraging children to participate, and also the winners more particularly. And whoever has not given any award, don't get disappointed. This is only a laboratory where you are going to experience. It is all experiential learning. This is only to reinforce your confidence level that next time I can do better, overcome whatever deficiencies, impediments that you experienced. Is going to be a matter of great concern to all of you. Therefore, I take the opportunity to wish all of you a very productive years ahead. Wish you all the best to come up with flying colors. Good luck to all of you.
Thank you to all the dignitaries on the dais for their remarks and words of encouragement. Now we come to the parts that everybody is also waiting with bated breath. It gives me great pleasure in announcing the results. Going from, should we?
3 to 1.
Yeah, we're going to go 3 to 1. Yes, that's fine. There should be enough? Okay.
Look, let's go to guest corner actually.
Also, we
Yeah.
stand.
Then we can.
Yeah. So I request the judges also to be there so when the
Prizes are awarded.
and the prizes are awarded.
You can
that-
remove this so that
Yeah.
it will not going to become an obstruction.
So, at number 3, fault diagnosis in motors based on IoT, Vignan Institute of Engineering and Technology for Women, 2 young ladies from Visakhapatnam.
Yeah.
Soumya Sai and Kavya.
Sir, come this way. Major patients.
Adventure check. Thank you. Congratulations to Soumya Sai and Kavya. Alright, now to the second place team. Transforming plastic from environmental challenge to sustainable fuel and paper blocks. I believe Vishnu Institute. Oh, yeah. Okay.
How many? 5 team members. Okay, major. Leader, group leader, or
Prize, polio prize. And certificates.
They will be there in the photograph. Yes. ఇచ్చేయండి ఎవరో అందరికి ఇచ్చేయండి అవి సర్టిఫికేట్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ పట్టుకోండి ఓల్డ్ సర్టిఫికేట్.
So the second prize winners get 30,000 rupees also as a prize. The check will be given shortly.
Oh, great, good one.
Can I thank you?
What are you going to do with the money?
Third prize winner, can I have you come back here? Prize will పట్టుకోవద్దులే మామూలుగా.
You have 20,000 and
Actually, అక్కర్లేదంట. Third prize winners get 15,000 rupees as prize money. Congratulations. First prize లేదండి. థర్డ్ ప్రైజ్ కి డబ్బులు ఇవ్వడం మర్చిపోయాము, అందుకని అనౌన్స్ చేయమంటే లాస్ట్ మినిట్ లో ఇలాగే నన్ను లాక్కొస్తే ఇలాగే అవుతుంది. ఆదివారం పాటు పని చేస్తే రవి. And the first prize winner, utilization of waste management for pre-class building components. They win the first prize as well as 50,000 rupees as the award. Congratulations.
Jahnavi. Congratulations, Monica.
And he is a mentor and mentor.
Mentor.
Congratulations to the mentor also. Congratulations. So the total prize, so this team gets 50,000, the second prize team gets 30,000, and the third prize team gets 15,000 rupees. Thank you so much. Before we conclude the day, the remaining participants, I have your certificates right here with me. One of us, Divakar or I, will hand them over to you afterwards. We don't want to keep the guests and the Madhushalini, Geerti, and Sivaram Sai. దివాకర్ గారు కీరీ అని రాశారు.
We'll change it and give it.
ఒకసారి ఇది తిరిగి
ఫోటోలో కనిపించింది, don't worry.
ఓకే
And while they are doing that, Kamakshi Devi, Muhammad Abdullah, and Meher Krishna. Kamakshi, you are the only one here, right?
All three given to you. Right?
Then can I have Aishwarya Valli? Oh, same team. Then can I have Santosh Kumar? Mahanvita, Prem Kumar, and Prasanna Lalita. May I request Commodore B.R. Raju to felicitate our guest of honor as well as the chief guest with the shawl and plant. Ravi, can we have you here? Divakar also? పర్వాలేదు వచ్చి
Video live stream.
Should be offered. Yes, one more minute.
అక్కర్లేదండి ఐఎమ్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ యూనివర్సిటీ.
They want to, Balavikas would like to have the support of Andhra University for all future young people awards. That brings us to the end of the program. Thank you very much. We are very grateful to the judges for taking off their Sunday and coming here and doing this. And thank you to the guests. Thank you everyone. అందరూ వచ్చినందుకు సంతోషం. జాగ్రత్తగా ఇంటికి వెళ్ళండి. ద్విచక్ర వాహనాలు నడిపే వాళ్ళు హెల్మెట్ వేసుకుని నడపండి. సీట్ బెల్ట్ వేసుకునే వాళ్ళు సీట్ బెల్ట్ వేసుకోండి. Thank you. Have a nice evening.